Because I'm just Michigan made. I don't give a fuck. Sharon V, where's your response to my diss track? I'm waiting to hear that shit. I know it's gonna be whack. You need to build up your courage and smoke some crack. Jumpin' Jack. Flash. Oh boy, we got an Inkster crash. You better hide Polo stash. Here comes the raid, the DEA parade, right down your street. You better hit those feet running fast. Don't look back. Don't leave tracks in the grass. Smack, smack. Oh, that's an attack. You started the rumble. I just came back. I'll keep going. You have nothing on my flow in like a river, west to east, north to south. You got crack jaw and meth mouth. It's too easy. I just spilt tea all over my new TV. Aw, snap. No one donated to Lee. I'm gonna pout. Hopefully, I can watch a new movie on my Metro phone that only holds 32G. I wish I could afford an iPhone. I don't have no meat on my bones, so leave me alone. I got a jawline like a dude. Bobbles and Nitty are so rude. And Debbie, don't get me started. I'm Sharon V. I'll admit it, I'm retarded. You liking my rhymes, Laura? Straight from the top, baby girl. That's fine. You finish working and then come up here. I'll be on for a minute. I'm in it to win it. Except I won't say Iserman. Kid Rock already done did that. Miguel Cabrera's up the bat. Boom, bam, a home run at that. I'm nothing but a dude, better than an Inkster rat. Tat tat tat. Driving semi trucks. Look at that. Parody after parody. Begging Rich D to marry me. Oh boy. Share screen? Yeah, I got taught the last time on here. Hold on, players. Right here, right here, right here, man. Share your screen, dog. I think, my fool. You guys, you showed me last time. Aw, snappy. Hold on, right here. Not the overlay, dog. Here's how I do that shit. I'm still here. Oh, how do I do that, yo? How do I split screen? Like a dope fiend. Rockin' polo jeans. Urban did what? Urban did, oh, layout right here. Yeah, dog. I got it. I got the screen split. Why ain't I seeing it split though, yo? Oh, invite a guest. Definitely not Sharon. She's a pest. I wouldn't go in with a bulletproof vest. That vajayjay is nothing but a hornet's nest. Those roast beef danglers get your wiener all tangled. Or oh boy, I bet she used to own a toy. She can't catch no dick. I think her real name is Rick. She's totally a dude. Sorry, Sharon, not to be rude. We all seen the wiener in the diaper. And now you on meth 'cause you be uber hyper. You know you can't spit rhymes like me. Aw, shucks, that's the third time I spilt my tea. It's like I'm running from warmth. Call me Sharon V. Uh, you funny. I would never block you, LV. I think I split the screen like a popped out shoulder from a 26-year dope fiend. She telling lies, trying to sell that nest between her thighs. She only attracts other addicted guys. No money there. Better grab a wallet quick. Or just admit it, Sharon. You have a dick. You ain't a chick. I can hear your lighter go flick. And then we hear that chore boil. Anyone knows you gotta burn it down to the oil. The rock won't get you high, but the oil will shoot you to the sky. Hold down the link until the box. Yeah, I thought I did that. Hold on. Hold down the link until a box pops up where you can click on copy. Copy that 123 truckers. Copy that 123 truckers. Copy that truckers 123. 1 2 3 4 truckers. Oh, sorry, LV. I thought I gave you a wrench. Hold on, I'm gonna give you some wrenches. You deserve a wrench. I think 'cause you was on panel last time, I couldn't give you one. Baby girl, how do I give you a wrench? Oh, I know how to give you a wrench. Duh. I- I'll give you one. Hold on. I gotta log on to my laptop. A lot easier. You don't give me here. Give me a moment, young lady. As soon as I get on my laptop, it's a lot simpler to navigate on these lives. Where'd all my guests go? Oh well. Bop wop ba doo bop ba bop bop bam tutti frutti. Oh snap! It's already going. Just like I was on Fort Street hoeing. This laptop going quick. Come on, you motherfucking trucker bucker wucker. What the hell's that, LV? Carrie, are you in here still, sweetheart? You see what Laura's trying to say? I'll have my laptop on in 3 minutes. It was dead as a doornail, like a little wiener called a snail. Ba 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 booey. Oh snap! It's on 2%. That means we can get juice. Juice. The juice is loose. The juice is loose. Give me a wrench, you motherfucker. Aye aye, Captain. In 2 minutes, I promise. Laptop is almost fired up and ready to flow like a wiener full of cum after drinking a bottle of rum. Better wear rubber. Don't be a dum dum. You don't want twins, let alone one kid. But once you get it in, it's not only a sin, it's hard to take it out until you finish. You getting in? I had a vision of you naked, looking hot. It only took a minute to blow my dick snot. You're filthy. You're filthy, Leland, you filthy animal. You little filthy rodent. The fuck you doing, Leland? Oh, some beef jerky from West Virginia. Turkey, turkey, gobble, gobble. Oh, making love to bobble. All right, here we go. We're on. We should be good to go, dogs. No, I'm not playing Pogs. This ain't 1984. Hell no, I will not bang a whore. I show her the door. Oh, I'm losing subs quick. Better grab a fish stick. You're not Marshall Mathers. Right now we can do this shit, dog. You should be good to go, LV. I think I gave you a wrench. You should have a wrench. I got you, yo. Yeah, you are a moderator, not a masturbator. Is it working? Laura, Laura. I gave you a wrench. Why ain't it showing wrench? Hey, Marker. You laughing at my rhymes, bruh? Laura, I swear I said add moderator. Let's see what's going on here. The fuck? Like I'm in a pickup truck, half drunk, looking for my uncle, Chunk. I got some Coors Light tonight. We're gonna get partying. All right. Cut your nails, Michigan maid. No chick is ever gonna bang you with long fingernails, boy. Don't you understand the game? It's how I cut my coke, you dope. Go hang yourself like soap on a rope so you don't get your butt pegged by Big Dick Jimbo in the joint. Fuck yeah, I've been to Cedar Point. Like my rubbers, I rode the Magnum. You're a step ahead. I was all behind. Okay, I think we good, dog. Click on it. What is it? You gonna get all my info? Oh, yeah. Click on it, people. I think it got clicked on. I don't know. My VPN don't let me do nothing on this motherfucker. What are you doing, you mother trucker? I'm just playing with you, Laura, but not the way that's fun. Ow! The fuck you want, phone? You mother truckers. What's up, the four people in here? Y'all cool? It's pretty cold out there, Marker. It's cold, dog. Yeah, I clicked on it, man. You got my IPs now, Laura? Am I done for? You gonna send a nuke virus bomb, baby girl? Okay, I'll be waiting for you. Yeah, Marker, it's cold, bro. I gotta get me a winter Tigers hat, a new one. I wore the hell out of those old Tigers hats of mine that you used to like. I had to get rid of them. I think I'm gonna purchase myself a nice Tigers knit cap tomorrow after work. You feel me? Oh, I thought I did. Sorry. I don't know what the hell's going on. That's why I need you in the control of everything on this. I suck at YouTube. I'm a YouTube noob. Yeah, rub it in. Yeah, make it hurt. Choke me. That's only dessert, girl. Girl. I don't get on YouTube much, man. A wham bam jamma. What's going on here? Anyone want to drink some beers? Ice cold, I promise. Like, you're a YouTube goat, Laura. I know you'll take care of it. You got the spirit of TJ looking down on you, and he wouldn't have any less. If you fail, you know what TJ will do. TJ don't play in the afterlife or not. He's still TJ. It's getting closer to January 3rd, Laura. When I get there, are you going to turn your phone off? If you do that, I'm just going to go gamble away my life savings and hit rock bottom. Buy a fifth of 5 o'clock vodka. Walk down the strip, chugging sip after sip in a $10 suit I found at the shit, thrift shop. Or top. Who's blocked in here? I don't know who's blocked. I have Laura doing all the blocking. She knows all the fake names and trolls and whatnot. You'll never get blocked, Marker. You're my dog from day one. A1 from day one, Marker. Four people here. It's okay if you're straight or queer, if you like ginger ale or draft beer, even if you watched Marky Mark finger bang an underage girl in Fear on a roller coaster. He had her moving and grooving inside her panties. Yikes. He needed some Xannies. He was insane. A little cuckoo in the brain. I can't hear shit. Rough. Is that what your dog is saying? Or is that how you give it to all the broads, Marker? Rough. I don't know what the fuck's going on. What's going on in the world today? If she put her boobs in your face, would you push her away? Baby girl, I'm begging you to stay. The last three girls got away. Told all their friends I was hung like a toddler and that I'm gay. So now I have to go out of state just to get laid. I can make fun of myself. Top dog. Short dog in the house. From the Bay to LA to Detroit. We on point. Too short in this bitch. Getting it. Cocktails. These are the tales I know so well. I knew this bitch named Tina. Tina, the sperm cleaner. I used to call Pam 'cause I could get the pussy and give it a jam. I would call Chantel. She would suck it very well. I knew a girl named Danielle. For a buck, it was show and tell. She would pull out her coochie and ask it for a smoochie. And then when you went to give it a kiss, she would say, "Tricked you, sucker," and hit you with a fish right in the head. I knew I should have went after Joanne instead. Joanne used to lube up her left hand. I learned my lesson because the right one felt like sand. But she got the job done. I only had to pay her $1,000. We did it in a brown Astro van after snorting a Zan. What up, Stephanie? There's no point to my lives. It's just a free for all, as long as everyone gets along. Any topic is fair game. No trolls. No hating on other guests. And we can have a good old time. Marker, you can ghostwrite for me, homie. You filling it up, brother. You got the real rhymes. Yes, where are you from, Stephanie? On a winter's night, I had a choice. Should I leave with Stephanie or her cousin Bethany? Both booties were fat and they had racks at that. All I wanted to do was tap tap. I went with the one who had the bigger booty at that. She jumped right in my lap and said, "Big boy, take me back." I ain't talking about you, Stephanie. I'm just using the name as a rhyme. I would never do such a thing to someone I don't know. It's a trap. Yes, Marker, yes. It's a trap. She took my wallet, locked me out of my car, looked up, 6 dudes ran out the bar. Now what am I gonna do? She played me a fool. I made a phone call to the Purple Gang. I can always count on those Jews. Even though the turf was theirs to lose when the Italians took it over. They had their reign, but the plug was in Colombia. They had that raw cocaine and that tan that would go right to the vein that felt like a freight train. This live's lame. I appreciate those who are watching. Y'all cool. Y'all some cool cats. Rap a tap a tat. Where you from, Stephanie? If you're still here. You singing scared her. I guess, Marker, it was pretty bad. I needed you to jump in, bro, and take over. Like Rover. Bend that broad over. Please her till she says stop. Marker back in high school would have all the ladies' panties drop. Were you a stud in high school, Marker? Were you getting all the girls? I think you were. Then she's on top. She says, "Is it in yet?" I said, "I've been going for 5 minutes." I was ready to stop. She says, "Boy, is that a dick or a mushroom top?" I said, "I tried," and then I ran and cried. You weren't the man in high school, Marker? I think you were, bro. I think you're selling yourself short. I think you got all the tail in whatever high school you went to, brother. You got more tail than a hay bale. You probably still do. I'd be hitting geezers because I need to use tweezers. Hip hop flip flop. Make that booty drop. Turn up the bass. It's a foot race. What's in the cooler? I brought a case. Bush Light. I do it right. You brought the natty. Now I gotta find me a fatty. I'm looking for a two. They're more fun. 'Cause after you bang her, you can run. She might want your number. So please wear a rubber. Or pretend that you did. And pray you don't have her kid. Although it felt better, you can enjoy it being wetter. That's not a word, but I used it anyway. In my 20s, I got laid every day. Now I'm 38, and it's been a minute, but I'm gonna get me some when I find her up in it. Sex is overrated. Thank God I'm not a sex fiend watching weird fetish porn or Prince Charles banging the Queen. Who made the video, Laura? I knew what you were trying to get me to do. I'm lost more than I would be in the sauce. What am I doing? Sharing it where? Oh, I'll watch it on my laptop. Why my wiener flip flops? Urban disciple. Urban disciple. I found it. Videos. The newest one? Is that what I'm watching? 16 minutes? Oh, I was on my laptop on one and then my phone on the other. I got it playing on my laptop. This one? I'll let it play. I don't care if I get copyrighted.
There are false flags, there are government sponsored psyops, right?
They, there's an archive of photos. I have looked up a person I did that was taken off, and I told him that I did it. And I told him who he was. It was not like I did it behind his back. I set him up pretty good. So for the thing, I was able to shoot. I gave you that. Yeah. There you go. Fuck, work the fuck up then. All right. Bring them to me. Yeah, was only one photo.
They asked me what was Project Norwood showed that. Like, there's all kinds of examples I could, but I'd rather err on the side of victims are victims.
I got it from her. Okay, there's a difference between child abuse and I don't consider teenagers children.
Unless I have some pretty.
I got nothing against that.
Yeah, that's just my opinion though. You know what I mean?
Like you treat them like that's how it goes. When I run around acting like that, you treat them. No matter if it's sex atmosphere or if it's in a fucking I gotta scoop you off you. punishment should be crime.
Tell everyone what's going on here, Laura.
I would like to actually personally
I'm
talk
lost.
to you about this situation in a respectful manner. I would never.
Oh yeah.
Ever
No, I have
come
no.
at
I
you
like
like that.
debating. I like discussing these things responsibly. You know.
You and your other racist faggot friend.
Jesus.
Black dick so much. While you're here, you waiting for one day.
The
Just
hell
give
is
me your
this
phone
guy
number,
going
Kevin.
crazy?
I'll give you the dick pic that you've been dreaming about.
I never flagged you, Solomon. I showed my report history. And I made a video debunking you because you said it was part of the Honor Network. I'm not. I went into my Facebook. I opened the Honor Network. I went down their group. Showed that I'm not a part of it.
This focus.
What that hat?
I'll be honest, Heath Ledger's Joker was fucking sadistic and cool. You know, it was like the dark Batman comics, you know, like Jack Nicholson, comical.
These are the best years of our lives, and you want to waste them blowing bubbles?
You told me
We
she's
should be living in the moment.
Oh
God,
yeah.
live it, Claire.
I can't debunk you.
But Heath Ledger, oh my God.
I didn't make multiple bits on you. I debunked you.
Fellow dumbass.
I'm gonna drop off here, guys. I'm not feeling all that. I'm not feeling all that.
Thank you, Marker, for coming by, buddy, as always. Take care, my man.
Aaron Cox and apologizes for his support
Just because I supported a convicted pedophile.
of Mickey Mouse.
You know, it gives my stance on why I helped somebody like that.
Yeah, it's just there's no argument. You know, when you try and argue at that level, it's stupid. It's kind of you're stupid yourself. So
They've already won.
Shame on them.
Yeah, let them. Oh, okay. So you show how cool you are right now. I'm chill. That's all
Well,
you got.
at the end of the day, now she's a bad drunk. I think Urban has a crush on her that that's really
Crush on her.
intense. Is what I picked up on. Yeah, so I'm not.
Shame on them for not calling it out.
I was willing to take one for the team from him. I'm like, hey, come at me, just do it. Appease her, and so she'll shut up.
She's high as a kite.
I'm sorry that you're.
Not only have you hit and ran, but you promote censorship as well. And people actually,
If I could censor
give a shit
people,
about
you would
what
be
you said.
gone, and you would be gone. But he wasn't gonna do that. I don't know. I'm not
You just
hopping on
said
the
it.
tunnels like that anymore. Though I feel like I need to take a shower when they're over with.
I
You know what I
know.
mean? Like if it's done, like
You're like, ew, grody. I feel gross.
and then the messages will start coming in from people who see it. They're like, "What are you doing? Like, why do you do that?" To me? And I just,
You're like, I had a dumb moment. A dumb moment.
No, I think that I was surprised.
Sometimes I try and I figure, what the hell? Didn't work.
I censor more morons like you guys. I've laughed about it.
And sometimes that's how you go in and you think, okay, you're gonna rectify stuff. You think, okay, you're gonna rectify stuff, but it won't work.
You're not even 41. You're 47. You fucking dog.
my bad, you caught me.
Why don't you talk about your hit and run?
Ooh.
There was no hit and run.
Goddamn women drivers. Need me, otherwise.
There was no hit and run.
Go ahead.
You told me that she was wrecking you over and over and over, you bastard. Right?
This is gonna be the most fun yet.
That's what I was
I just don't remember wording things like this. I should tell you about something you
Yeah.
were talking about her.
so you hit and
I
ran.
said this, like, yeah, that's
So why
right.
did you like that, Tiffany? I don't know about this, Patrick.
You must defeat your reason, or you can start living like Larry.
How am I destroyed and how am I still supported?
You're nothing.
Define it.
You're just like in
Define it.
delivery. you fucking create all these stock accounts. Like, let me tell you.
All these, no, I don't have all these stock accounts.
Okay, are you done? Are you done? Like shifting goalposts?
No, you're not gonna prove it. You're the one shifting the goalpost. Hold on. You're the one shifting the goalpost. I want to see the victim to a team. Okay, number one. Number two, you're shifting the goalpost by saying that I'm still supporting and wrenched. Can't prove it.
There's apparently a
I don't
video
know.
somewhere.
But let me explain something to you, honey. This kind of shit doesn't bother me. You don't bother me.
Now, you don't see Tiffany over there at this point saying, why don't you ignore him? They just offer to ignore you.
Okay,
No,
I
no,
just
no.
remember something I said 5
What
minutes ago.
happened?
You don't bother me.
No,
because
no,
You're a man
no. You
without a
let
plan.
me
You
tell
live with his
someone.
mom. You can't buy a milkshake.
Explain
He
it.
tucks on the weekends.
And they just said, if you shut up, they'll shut up. So why are you making, you don't see that?
You know, wishes he could find a
Yeah,
date
you're
on
not-
the grinder,
you're
but
not
unfortunately,
answering the
everybody's
question.
turning you down.
The same as you didn't see of what's saying, why are you putting Molly on a predator watch site?
Okay.
You want
What
the last
happened
word,
when
you
you
little
ran
bitch.
over someone, bitch?
You see this? Tiffany chooses when her moral indignation kicks in. There's nothing moral about Tiffany. Let me just put it that out there.
Okay,
What about
well,
that
I'm not-
video
you don't
of
want
you
me to
laughing
be going
about how
any
you
sort of way,
killed
because
that
kind
person?
of like
Why would
You're
you
not
laugh about
influenced.
killing that person?
I'm done here.
Her morals are dependent on what she wants, what she needs, what she can get, and who she's conning.
Is that
You know,
enough,
Then why
Laura,
would
or
you
what?
laugh about your
Oh
person?
my God, yeah,
Why
bye.
would you laugh on a stream? Why is there a video of you laughing about killing that innocent
Yeah,
person?
you're not a liar.
Oh, post it.
Holy
Right?
mackerel.
Post it.
Okay, wait a minute.
You keep going round in these circular behaviors. You stab people in the back who were kind to you.
Post it, Urban. Or post
That
it,
never
Tony.
happened, right, Tiffany?
All right.
They then catch you out, so you lie to cover it.
I can't.
What's the matter? Your plan falling apart there?
Go to Urban Disciples if you guys want to watch the rest of that. Just type in Urban Disciples. It's the first video on his channel, but that's some pretty insane stuff. That part gets better. I'll play it for another second. Hold on.
Tiffany,
And you paint yourself as a victim. And
the Satan got your plan along with
I
your
would have
tongue.
gotten away with it too. But
Shut
we're
up.
had like kids.
I wanted to talk to him about this. Hey, do you know this?
sometimes you'll think fucking that you're dying and all of this shit.
Do you know that fucking skank Tiffany, the one who puts flashlights up her ass?
Oh
You
my
hear that bitch?
goodness.
Scotty, are you listening or are you fucking in your tracks? Okay, you know that bitch called Tiffany.
I know. I've been around a little bit longer than they do.
But she's been around, let me tell you. She's been around. Hey, she's a sloppy bitch. Sorry, I'm gonna try and talk nice. Hang on. This Tiffany person likes to insert objects in many of her holes.
Jeez, oh Pete. All right, guys, that's it. Go watch the rest on Urban Disciples. That's crazy. Laura, she's done for, huh? Wow. Someone don't like her. She pissed the wrong person off, that's for sure. Yeah, she's the one that turned me against you 2 years ago until I was too smart to be tricked and fooled. and seen right through her. But every single thing that went wrong, she said it was you every time. And that's where she went wrong. Especially after we would talk on the phone about certain things that she was still trying to play off as it being you. And yet I'm talking to you as she's saying this stuff. Dumb. She's not too bright. I don't know why they would be scared. Dumb, maybe, yeah. Scared. I don't know why. I haven't interacted with her in over 2 years, and I never will. She's the sole reason why I got trolled bad 2 years ago. Which it really didn't bother me. I just played it up on here. But this is complete entertainment, and I laugh after I log off YouTube. Right, Laura, she would always pin it on you. Every single sock account. That's Laura. That's Laura. Well, Laura's doing this right now. Oh, really? Because I'm on the phone with her. Caught you in a lie. But I wouldn't tell her I caught her in a lie. I'd just let her go with it and make herself look stupid. If I didn't warn Debbie a year and a half ago, she would have messed her life up because she was leading Debbie on big time and Debbie was believing her. That's what got Tiffany pissed at me because I spoiled her little plans and had to tell Debbie because I felt terrible that she was leading Debbie on. I couldn't let her do it no longer. And Debbie and I weren't even cool at that time, and I still told her what what Tiffany was doing, trying to blame it on Laura. And then me and Debbie's been cool ever since then. This was about 2 years ago. I don't remember what she was doing to Debbie, but she had Debbie fooled that she was the good one and everyone else was the ones talking shit about her. So Debbie trusted only Tiffany at a certain time until I got enough proof of screenshots to send Debbie to show her that it was Tiffany trying to play her and turn her against everyone. Well, my address is nowhere on the internet because my house isn't in my name. I think the trolls hate that too. My last address shown is my childhood house. I haven't lived there in 12 years. Have at it, Laura.
What?
Have at it. Explain.
Okay, so the thing with Debbie, I knew that I know when Tiffany is in someone's ear because of their actions. It's very obvious. Once you catch on to her patterns, they repeat, and it's just so painfully obvious. So, okay, I have Tiffany telling me, Debbie is so jealous of you, Laura. Oh my God, go look at her channel. She just changed it to Duchess, cray cray. And in my head, I already know it's probably you that somehow convinced her to do that. I don't know how or why, but in my head, I already knew Tiffany had somehow convinced her to do that because my left breast has the tattoo that says Duchess, and Tiffany has brought it up multiple times and is obsessed with it for some reason. So as soon as I saw that, I knew that Tiffany was in her ear and she was falling for her bullshit. And then, like, I used to perform the Star Spangled Banner for pay when I was a kid, and I had uploaded just random, like, I don't own the rights to the ones that I was paid for. So if I upload anything, it can't be anything that's owned by a corporation. It has to be just like fun, something that I own myself, that I recorded myself or whatever. So I just uploaded like a couple random versions of me singing the Star Spangled Banner upon someone requesting me to do so. And then she started uploading like her daughter singing it or whatever. And in the comments, everyone was just comparing me to her daughter. And just again, you know, Tiffany would be texting me like, go look at what Debbie's uploading. She's so jealous of you. Oh my God, listen to how horrible her daughter sounds. And you know, like I don't feel comfortable talking about this because I don't want to bring up anyone's kids, and this does involve Debbie's daughter. Like, yeah, she's an adult, but still, like, it makes me feel very uncomfortable. But let's just say that Tiffany was behind that too, and it's fucking disgusting, like very disgusting. Good, Moonchild, that you never emailed her. You're smarter than the rest.
Yeah, well, I think that's why I ended up showing Debbie because of the things she was saying about Debbie's kid.
And
Because
just so
Debbie,
you know,
we weren't getting along at all at the time, but I had to show her because I thought it was just disgusting what Tiffany was doing and saying.
yeah, Debbie wasn't the one that sent me any of the text messages between you guys. By the way, Tiffany sent me those.
Oh, I would assume. She's the one that pinned everyone against everyone. It was just, I
Not
had
me.
her
I
figured
didn't
out
fall for
quickly.
it. I still
Oh,
respected Debbie.
I
I
fell
did
for it
nothing
for
but
a few minutes until I was on the phone with you and she was trying to tell me that you're the one in this room doing something.
yeah,
And
a lot of people started doing that. I started telling people like if she's accusing me of doing something, call me or go get on my live stream. I'm live 24/7. Go
so
look for
then
yourself what I'm doing with my
I
hands.
played
So
along
once
with it
that
for a
started
few.
happening, that's when her house of cards really started fucking falling.
But when I told Debbie and then Debbie showed her the screenshots I sent, that's when Tiffany started hating me and trying to start shit. But I just ignored it and she kind of just quit fucking with me because I wouldn't buy into it.
Yeah, Moonchild, in my opinion, if Ollie and Tiffany are friends again, it's once again because Ollie just doesn't want to be bothered by her. Like, not everyone can handle what she puts people through. That I think it bothers Tiffany that it didn't bother me when she was doing
But
parodies of me. Like,
like
you notice that Tiffany would make parody after parody after parody about Debbie and Ollie, and they would respond. Who was the one person that never responded? Me. I don't give a fuck. Make all the parodies you want. If you want to talk to me, be a fucking grown up and call me on the goddamn phone. You know where I live. You know I live in Vegas. Like, if you have something to talk to me about, I don't want to give. I don't give a
when I
fuck about you
pretended that
having a
I was
mental
going
breakdown,
through the
whining on YouTube in a video.
terrorism, cyber threat, and FBI and all that, she was so concerned and wanted to know all the info I was getting from them, and so I just knew she was guilty. I played her
I
like a
almost
book.
slipped up with what I do. I'll just leave it at that. And I switched it up to, oh no, I'm just a biohazard worker. So for a second, I thought she was onto something that I do for a living, but luckily, no, she still has no idea who I am.
But
It's fucking awesome.
I know people from like the original 4chan and stuff, and they were giving me stuff like the posts that she would notice that only someone that's really talking to like Homeland Security and stuff would know. And she was falling for it big time. It was great. I played her like a fool. I never once contacted anyone. But she was so concerned every day. What'd they say? What'd they say? Who do they think it is? Whose IPs do they have?
How I dealt with the Haggy Heifers was basically each one, I just called the group of women that harassed me as severely as they did with her.
She always tried
Tiffany
to pin
is
it on Elaine too. You were
yeah, and
Elaine.
now she's pinning her bullshit on someone named Jules. Just so keep that in mind. That is who she is framing right now. I got blocked from Survivor Girl because I was trying to tell her it's not Jules. I promise you. And SG is fooled by Tiffany. She thinks Tiffany's a good person. I'm not even kidding. I wish I were making this up. It's like it's
No,
painful.
it is. I've seen it happen to Debbie, among others. She literally plays these people like a fiddle.
Yes, like she uses people as pawns. And this is the thing is you have your empath. So now listen closely, because somebody who has empathy is going to think to themselves, okay, Tiffany's doing a bunch of shitty things, but there's got to be something good about her. There's got to be, there's somewhere in there's got to be like a good heart, because that's what we have. So we assume that everybody has that. It's not until you have a college fucking education in psychology. I would have to leave psychology classes and go in the bathroom just to cry when I would learn certain things throughout my
All you
college
gotta do is
education. So
just
all you have to
Google her
do,
name. If you
Fuck.
Google her name, pages and pages of information come up about her being crazy. I mean, that says enough right there. It's not normal to have your name on Google with tied to all kinds of crazy stalking
all
stuff and
different people from all
cyber
different
threats.
websites, from all different years, all different accusations, all different people. It gets to a point that the list of people that she's fucked over, I have hundreds. There are hundreds. And right now the group of us there's at least 50 of us that have bonded. No, she's not going to break any of us.
That's awesome. You guys do your thing. But yeah, she's the worst person in YouTube history.
Hiya, Blavy, shout out to you. And I am so proud of you because I saw you go at Tiffany. You are smarter than the rest as well. Thank God for your college education, huh?
Blavy, I loved when you were on the other night when I couldn't get Laura. You filled in awesome. Thank you for that. I don't know if I got to tell you, but you did awesome on my panel. People loved it. You know how to take care of Terry like better than anyone. You put him in his place each time. All right, go ahead, Laura. We all do. But that was my first time meeting you, Ablavi, and I enjoyed it. You an awesome girl.
That is because you are a super empath, Ablavi. Now, this is the difference is an empath, they aren't going to understand how dangerous someone like Tiffany is because in their head, they're going to assume that she has a heart somewhere. They're going to assume that there's got to be something good about her. But like I said, when you are educated in psychology, once you start learning, no, that's wrong. There really are people that are missing that part of the brain. They are missing that chunk of their frontal lobe. It never developed properly, whether it be genetic or whether it be a sociopath type thing. Yes, because you're educated, but this is the thing. A super empath knows that it is possible for them to be lacking empathy. It's possible that there really are people that evil, and that is why we are able to see through to it and stand up to it. And I pity the people that are still fooled by her. I don't know. All I can do is just pray, because some people, even going to college isn't going to help everybody. Some people don't have enough critical thinking skills. You can read all the material you want, but if you're not comprehending said material, it's not going to do you any good.
Oh, I know so many people that got through college just by memorizing things, and then you forget it as soon as you take the exam. Then, yeah, that's perfect
I
decision.
feel grateful for my education. I'm blessed because I went to a private university that was accelerated. So first of all, you can only go for a high demand. Like you can't just go there. Like when I first went there, I was like, well, I want to be a writer. You know, you can't. You have to choose something. It's only high demand. They keep up with it. So I chose to go into the law field, like the legal field, and I looked at the paralegal program. And I'll never forget the woman staring at me, the counselor that I was speaking to when I first went in there to fill out my application, give her my $20 and start doing my tests and everything, my placement testing. I remember her telling me, you know, the paralegal program is one of the most difficult programs. And the way she looked at me, I just remember thinking you don't think that I could do this? And that made me want to do it even more. So then the next thing I know, I'm just ripping through these tests. Like I just go into like intellect mode. I can't explain it, but like from going to St. Joan of Arc my whole life, they like beat the fucking education into you. Like you have to be very disciplined, very, very disciplined. You have to be very, very poised. And
I
like,
got my bachelor's at Eastern Michigan, coasting through in education. It was so easy. I didn't freaking study ever
you went
for
to a
anything.
party school. That's why. See, now listen, this is why I'm blessed, is because I feel bad for the people that went to colleges, like party colleges or whatever, because of that reason. Where I went, there's a no extra credit policy. I went to one of the strictest universities that there is. There's a
Small class
no
sizes, I'm sure,
extra
'cause
credit policy.
at
Imagine
big
that. So when
universities,
they
it's
give
all
you,
lecture
so
halls and
as you receive the syllabi, you're going through each syllabus and you're thinking, so if I don't hit all of these scores,
right.
there's nothing I can do. And you only have 10 classes because what party schools do in about 22 weeks, we would do in 10. It's accelerated. So not only it's just very fucking hard what I did. I did that as a single mother. Cannot believe I did that in my fucking early 20s. With two kids. Holy fuck. I don't know how I'm standing. I really
got
don't.
my master's degree in creative writing from Madonna University, it was way harder than Eastern was.
I got 100% in my creative writing class. Every writing class throughout college, I fucking nailed. Same with math until I got up to calculus. Calculus, it was like, okay, calculus, bankruptcy, and accounting were probably the three worst classes that I had to take for my education. But this is the thing is, although I only graduated with a bachelor's of science in legal studies, as well as an associate's in business, majoring as a paralegal, and then the other certificates,
You should be on the fucking radio. The way you
litigation,
talk, you're so
fundamental
good.
cases,
You're
statutes, litigation.
well
I
spoken.
also graduated only 6 classes away from my master's in psychology, which is how I am able to break the narcissist. And I was raised by one, sorry, mom, but I'm not fucking sorry. Like the woman, the main woman that quote unquote raised me is the epitome of a fucking
You need a
narcissist. Same with
national top 30 podcast because you talk so well on like radio type talking.
I used to be on the radio as a kid. Did you ever hear Channel 95.5?
Yeah, with Big Boy at the time was the DJ, and
No, I'm younger than you.
3 years
No, I was,
or
for
5
me,
years.
I was a kid. Danny Bonaducci, I got to hang out with him all the time. I have so many pictures with him. It's kind of weird because I'm like sitting on his lap, but like, I would
Another
sing Sheryl
Hollywood
Crow.
pedo.
They would have me sing. What?
Said he's probably another Hollywood pedo.
I don't know. He never gave me any weird.
He
I don't know.
didn't. He ain't that like high up in the ranking system. The higher you go
I
up
just
in
remember
status,
like
the
he
more.
taught me a lot. Like, because I would be sitting there in the studio and they would be like prepping me for what I'm about to say because I'm only like 10 years old.
But
And
like
so I would be
Nickelodeon and all
redoing it.
them,
You know, I'm
those
working on
people
my,
were
you
all
know, ah,
pedo.
a, e, o, u, like I'm just doing my vocals before we go live. And I would ask like, how do you guys get paid? I don't understand, you know, and then he explained like the commercials to me. And then my dad was also always in the entertainment industry. And he worked for Comcast, long story short. So my dad would explain things to me. So I knew how this kind of stuff worked from a very, very young age, which is why I
Right.
did not fit in Michigan at all.
But yeah, most like
Man, as soon as I turned
Nickelodeon and
18,
Disney
I went to
Channel,
New York. Like,
the
where have
people
you
that
been all my life?
they recruited the kids that they're peer pervs. Like the director of Nickelodeon, that guy got busted for being a pedo. The Disney Channel, like remember Justin and Brittany and all those were Disney kids. They were abused as kids by the executives of Disney. They're
Okay,
free.
every child that is forced to perform, it is abuse. It doesn't matter if it's Disney,
Yeah,
doesn't matter if it's Nickelodeon, doesn't
sickening.
matter if you just did commercials, doesn't matter if you did a single
The
cameo, it doesn't
parents are
matter.
just at
Any
fault
child
too, because
performer.
the parents
My
just want
first
money.
performance, I was 2 years old. My first performance, I was 2 years old.
Nice. Well, you're talented, but you
Yeah, but
didn't.
it
You weren't
robs
put.
your
You weren't.
childhood.
Well,
It
you
it
weren't
takes
put
away
through
your
MK
childhood,
Ultra,
and it's
were
like,
you?
okay, so now I have to wait. I wake up one day in my 30s realizing that I'm gonna have fucking Peter Pan brain for the rest of my life. I didn't
Did
know
they,
that. I didn't know
did
that
they
I was
put you
signing
through
up
M?
for that
They put you
when
through
I
MK
admit it.
Ultra? Did they put you through
What?
MK Ultra? Did they put you through MK Ultra mind control programming?
No.
Good, because that's how they do these celebrities now. That's how they get split personalities and they can
No, I
control
was
them.
never taken to Petalwood. That's the
But
thing, is
I
I
know,
was
I'm
never
saying,
taken
like,
to
they,
Petalwood.
with these celebrities now, they got split personalities that they control by certain sounds, like trigger words and stuff. Like Cardi B, if you say something, she'll snap into like a whole different person, and you can watch it on camera. So she'll be talking, and someone will say something, then she'll be like, "Hey, hey," like it's creepy.
Well, you can do that with me too, technically, because of a disorder that I have, but it's for me, it's being triggered. It's about fight or flight. Like there are certain things that like when I was a kid, for example, like my uncle would be beating the fuck out of me, like he would knock my teeth out, like he would rip chunks of my hair out, throw me into like furniture and shit. And he would be doing this with his right hand while the left hand's holding a beer. So if I see a dude holding a beer with his left hand and standing, like my heart will skip a beat and like I'll suddenly go into like fight mode. Like I'm just staring at that person like ready to fucking fight.
Did you tell TJ about this, Uncle?
Yeah. Yes. And I'm not going into it
Did-
any more than
I
that.
don't
Like
need
there's a
to.
lot of fucked up things that happen even if you're part of the family. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a lot of
Well, I
fucked up
know, but
things.
it's just I was just talking private about that with you, but it fascinates me. But anyhow, what else is going on? You done with your work now?
2 more hours.
Gee. Yeah, probably all kinds of red flags went up as soon as we mentioned pedos and stuff on this channel. Probably got the whole fucking Illuminati
I say
watching.
peds, so I never once used that word. I'd say
I
ped.
don't fear the fucking elite in the fucking whatever they want to call
Ped is
themselves.
Latin for lower, such as a
I don't
pedicure
fucking
or
fear that.
pediatric ped, lower.
I don't fear the occultists. Fuck them all.
Below. It's Latin for either lower or below. That's why it's a pedicure.
I'll
You
go to
see a
Bohemian.
pediatrician.
I'll go to Bohemian Grove and slap the fuck out of all those rich fucks that rule the world. Fucking gonna take orders from fucking some 106-year-old Jacob Rothschild. Man, he can blow me. Yep, I said it, Rothschild. Fuck you. If I'm dead, sorry, guys. Who's another one? The Rockefellers? Fucking, I don't know.
This one girl that I was in
Warren
competitive
Buffett?
dancing against.
Yeah.
She was a little bitch. Like everyone always knew I was fucking adopted. It was so obvious because like my adoptive family, like some of us are white and some of us are not. So basically, it looks like someone went to a bus stop and picked us all up. I'm like, here, you're a family. Okay. So this girl that I was competing with, she used to always say like, make fun of me how I'm adopted, like your mom didn't want you, you know, just the basic shit that I've heard my whole fucking life. And so I remember one time we were doing a practice. Wait, hold on. Was it the recital? No, it was a rehearsal. It was a rehearsal, and at one point we weren't on stage. We were in the audience because someone else was on stage,
Right.
obviously, whatever. And so I'm sitting in the dark audience. I'm sitting next to my mom. And then the same girl that has been like torturing me this whole time, she's walking around the fucking aisle or whatever, like walking around the theater crying like, "Mommy, I can't find my mommy." And I don't know what came over me, but like as she passed me, I looked at her and I was like, "Your mother is dead."
Ah,
And then my mom heard me, and then she's like, no, she's not. Hold on, I'll help you find her. So then she left me alone in the audience, and then she helps the girl find her mom. I wait
that
about
girl's probably a
15
super liberal Karen nowadays.
I wait about 15 minutes, and then she comes back into the audience. My mom, she comes, grabs me by the arm, pulls me into the bathroom, smack, 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 smack across the face over and over and
Jesus
over.
Christmas. You fucking childhood is so sad. Let's not talk about it. I get sad for you. At least
It's
now
okay.
you're an independent,
It's
strong
made
woman.
me who I am. It's made me who
Yeah,
I
it
am.
made you a boss ass, independent entrepreneur.
It made me the type of person that, speaking of Tom Reed,
That
like
don't
I'm
rely
I'm
on
sorry.
anyone for anything.
I'm sorry, but like I would make
Take-
Travis the chimpanzee look like fucking child's play. Like I would be getting all into it, like eating his flesh covered in blood. Like I don't know, after everything that I've been through,
Don't kill me January 3rd, please.
after everything that I've been through, oh my God, like
Um,
like yeah, you
think
would
good
see some
thoughts.
fucking
Think good
crazy
thoughts
ass
for
shit. That's what
first week of
happens
January.
when you
Think good
fuck
thoughts.
with a ward of the state.
Just think of good thoughts while I'm in Vegas, please.
Well, I don't
I don't want
expect
to
you
be.
to
I don't want to
trigger
be
me.
tied up. I don't want to
I
be
smoke
tied up and
mad
beat up.
weed. I could smoke out Snoop Dogg. I'm not even fucking
Mhm.
around, dude.
I don't smoke, but I don't mind it being smoked around me.
Yeah, I gotta stay.
I only do cocaine, but only when I know where it's from, so I won't be able to do that in Vegas
Good.
because it's probably got fentanyl in it, and I don't want no part of that.
Yeah, no thanks. The hardest drug I do is I would say cannabis, but I do drink caffeine, so the hardest drug I do is caffeine.
I'll probably just be on my prescribed 5 milligram wimpy volume. Don't even do shit because
The
I used to
second
kill
hardest
my
drug that I
granny.
do would be aspirin. Can't take
Right?
Tylenol.
Fucking
I can't even
honestly,
take Tylenol.
aspirin works better for pain than opiates, but people don't want to believe that because they want that buzz.
Yeah, no, I practically live off of aspirin, especially because I also have
Opiates were
heart issues.
misprescribed for years and years purposely to create
Well,
exactly
opiates and
the
opioids are
phenomenon.
different. One's
Right.
synthetic and one's from the body plant.
Opiates are from the opiates is morphine, heroin, opium. Opioids is like oxycontin, fentanyl, hydrocodone. But I'm just saying that they passed out pain pills like candy from the 80s to 2012 before they bit down on it, and that's exactly when the big heroin issue started about
Yeah, like I
2015.
said, my first summer here in 2016, I was pregnant, and long story short, I oh, that's another thing. Remember what I was gonna before I was rudely interrupted by someone. No, it wasn't you. I'm just kidding. I don't remember who it was, but
Oh, it
um
was fucking Leland, you fucking dickhead. You can yell at me. I'm submissive.
no, you're not.
I can try to be. Go ahead though. Continue. I'm sorry.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have that effect on people. I take their breath away. Now would I sound like Tom Reed bragging on myself?
Yeah, Tom Reed, I don't know if he looks so much like Brad Pitt. I understand where he's coming from.
Right, and he's got a huge wiener, of course, so I'm sure he wouldn't lie about it.
I
9
mean,
inches,
he's
according to
young,
him.
he's smart, he never talks about anything weird. He would never talk about hurting a female, so he's a real man, like he's just
I
he's in
feel
shape.
bad
He's got a
personally
clean
attacking him.
diet. His diet is clean as a whistle. I
He's never
guarantee he
attacked
lived.
me personally, so I kind of feel bad personally attacking him, but I can make fun of the things he
He
does.
said he was gonna put you in a wheelchair before.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Yeah, when he went and meet me for lunch, I remember.
And he tried to backtrack and say that he got you confused with someone else that goes by the name Made in Michigan, but he knew it wasn't the same person because he's had
Yeah,
Made in
thank
Michigan.
you. I remember that now because
He
I
was
was
lying though. He was
I was
lying
in
though
South,
because he's
right?
had Made in Michigan blocked since 2019.
I was driving around, not even really looking for him, but I said, "Let's have lunch and talk about it then." And then he wouldn't respond, so he's full of shit about being a tough guy.
See, Moonchild, you're not the first person to say you would pay to see me do anything like that. It's like, fucking do it up, man. Like, someone started GoFundMe, and who do you want me to fucking destroy? Who do you want this bastard to destroy? But keep in mind, I'm not gonna fuck over anybody that doesn't have it coming. Like, they better have done some fucked up shit if I'm gonna call them out.
You don't need to go fund me. When I'm leaving to come back home, there's gonna be a bag hidden in your apartment, and you're gonna like what's inside it.
A bunch of weed.
No, probably a bunch of like 40 grand.
Yeah, right.
Watch
That's very
and watch.
sweet.
Call
but-
my bluff. Call my bluff. I got to get rid of this gambling money somehow without fucking getting taxed. Yeah, I said it, IRS. What's up? I got 100K in a fucking shoebox right now from the casino and sports betting. Both legal.
I'll tell you something on Instagram that has to do with this. But
Right on. I remember Tom seeing a wheel. That you got such a good memory too.
it sucks. It's a curse. It's a
For being
fucking
a
curse.
stoner.
I remember middle
that
names and
takes away
birthdays of
the
people I haven't
myth.
seen in 3 fucking decades. Tell me,
That
explain
so much
that.
for the myth of being a pothead and killing brain cells.
Oh my God, all the weed in Jamaica couldn't bring me down to the average person's fucking IQ. Oh my God.
Can it bring you up to the average person's height? I'm kidding. Don't
It
kill me.
depends. The average
I like
height,
you. I like
depending
you
on
being
where you
5
are.
foot.
If you're
5
if you're
foot.
talking about the average height of a playmate, that's me. The average height of like a runway model, hell no. That's Tiffany's shit.
I like you being 5 foot.
I love being short. Like the
We got a
hottest
guest
fucking
joining us.
women in the world are my height, and it's awesome.
Ablave, what up, girl?
Oh, Lil Kim's shorter than me though. I was like, damn it, why couldn't I be an inch shorter so I could be the same height as Lil Kim? Hey,
You're
Blavy.
hotter than Lil Kim. I'll let you two take over and
Yeah,
keep
but she
everyone
was one of
entertained.
my role models growing up. I was listening to her since I was like in kindergarten.
She was way cooler than these so-called singers now that are supposed to be role
The
models.
auto-tuned fake
Cardi
gangsters.
B and
Yeah, it's like
freaking
just
Nicki Minaj
stuff.
and
And everyone thinks that it's so like creative when they came out with Wet Ass Pussy. It's like, hello, did you not listen to
Yeah.
Trina and Lil Kim? They were talking about way worse shit than that. That's
Well,
nothing.
yeah,
Every other
Trina
song was
the
about their
original.
wet ass pussy. Like, that's nothing.
Yeah, Trina was bad about that. Her songs were rowdy. It'd give you a fucking hard on listening to her songs.
I'm sorry, but I laughed my ass off the first time. Which song is that? She's like, make him eat it while my period on.
Oh God, I don't know, but she was rowdy.
Trina is my height.
Nice.
She might be an
Blah.
inch taller.
What's going on in your end of the world tonight?
Well, I'm getting ready to be like, this is my last year of 20. So
Oh snap.
I will no longer be in the 20s next year, which is not depressing. It just is what it
Dirty
is.
30. Oh, it's so much, girl, it is so much better. The Dirty 30, believe it or not, don't let it scare you. Looking back, 20s are so much more awkward because you still didn't know who you were. You know what I mean? Especially the early 20s.
I only got 1 year left in my 30s, so I'm starting to get a little scared. I don't want to be in my 40s. I'm turning
I'll be in my
39
40s in
March.
4 years. Britney Spears just turned 40 the other day.
I know. It's so weird because I remember when she was like, they always complain about how inappropriate kids are. I definitely remember being 5 or 6 singing What's My Fantasy. And I definitely remember being Britney Spears when she was the Catholic schoolgirl. So I don't know why people are like so up on Marvin's about it.
Yeah, that's the annoying part is when you're forced to wear a Catholic school uniform for 9 years, that's the last thing you want to put on to feel fucking sexy. It's like videos like that. I'm just like, oh my God, leave us alone.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
that was-
enjoy. It's like sucking. Like I am so jealous of your weather in Las Vegas because I love New York, but I hate the weather.
New
Same, New York. If I had to
concrete
live,
jungle.
like if I had to live somewhere where I don't want, where the weather sucks, I would choose New York City because the realest fucking people live there. It's no offense to Michigan, but once I turned 18, I went off to New York and I was there as much and as long as possible throughout all of my 20s until I moved to Vegas. Like it's weird, but like I never fit in Michigan ever. So that's when I
Bobby,
started.
what borough do you stay in?
Manhattan.
Oh, snappy. Nice.
I stayed on the Upper West Side. I used to stay just
You
below
probably got way more
Harlem
money
at
than
these
me,
various
huh?
hostels. It's so weird because the hostels that I used to stay at live in, they don't even exist anymore. Like they've all been like one's like a medical center
I
now.
would be
One
considered
is
poor in Manhattan. In Michigan, it's
Well,
upper
I
middle
feel like
class. I would
I
be
don't know.
considered poor in Manhattan, though.
No, I just think you would be surprised how much money you spend on rent. That would just get you.
or cigarettes. I remember
I make
one
almost 200
time
grand
I
a
made the
year.
mistake of forgetting to
Michigan,
bring my
that's a lot.
cigarettes with me because what I would normally do at the time, my baby sister was in the military in the army. She was stationed in Fort Bragg. So every time I went down to Fort Bragg, I would buy like cartons of cigarettes because at the time, unfortunately, I smoked cigarettes. But the one time I went to New York City, I forgot to bring cigarettes. God damn, did that suck? Because I remember being in fucking Brooklyn, and even in Brooklyn, I'm looking at the prices like $20 for a pack. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Oh, I
Where
think they're like
Brooklyn
60 now.
Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
You know,
Yeah,
Brooklyn
Brooklyn's like
is
the
so
only
different.
place that takes EBT.
No, everybody takes it now.
Well, yeah,
Brooklyn
maybe
and the-
not. I mean, like in
Brooklyn-
Manhattan, though, I would specifically make sure I would go to like a CVS or something because I know they take it.
Brooklyn and the Bronx in the 80s makes Detroit now look like Hollywood. That was fucking
Why
so
are you
bad.
forgetting about Queens?
Queens is so fun though.
I
I'm
like
just
Queens
saying
too
the
because I
frickin-
took so many pictures in front of Silver Cup Studios, and the security guard in there was just
New
like
York was-
staring at
New
me. I'm
York
fucking
was able to
wasted
get rid of the blight, so why can't Detroit?
Well, I mean,
because
Detroit,
New York has money. Detroit does not.
True.
but
New
Detroit,
York
I
City
love
is more
Detroit.
expensive than LA
It is.
Detroit has culture, but I mean, the blight in the 80s in New York was the worst ever, and they took care of that.
because they have money. Detroit does not have money.
They keep
New
fucking
York City
electing
is
the wrong
more
people.
expensive than LA.
Well, I mean, but Detroit doesn't like low key. That weather is enough not to move there. I don't know how people do winter. Oh,
No, Detroit is, the weather there is way colder than New York City. Like even in the winter, it's like a 30-degree difference. I would be like, oh my God, like I don't want to go back to Detroit.
but I like Detroit. I mean, low key, I used to enjoy the men in Detroit, but that's a whole nother subject.
There you go.
Like a Midwestern guy. Don't know why.
Detroit, home of the hustlers in Detroit.
I mean, no, but the men in New York can be very homosexual like very, I don't know.
Oh my God,
Just very
girl,
feminine.
we could exchange some dating war stories, I guarantee.
I just don't like them. Like, no shade to them. Like, they're rich, which is fun, but
Yeah, you ready for me to drop some shit right quick? Because I'm ready to do this really quick, really fucking quick. I was dating someone that lived in Brooklyn, okay? Let me just get this off my chest because I didn't know what to do. This was the first time I'd ever experienced this shit, okay? So we had been dating things, you know, he was always kind of metrosexual, like he would get manicures and shit, but that's a New Yorker thing. I know a lot of New Yorkers that do that. So it's like, whatever, you know, and he had the whole eyebrow thing going on. Like, I don't know, whatever. So for my 25th birthday, I really hope he doesn't ever somehow hear this, whatever, good times. So anyway, we make plans. We're going to Miami, South Beach for my 25th birthday. We're meeting there. Okay. So I'm flying from Detroit, DTW. He's flying from LaGuardia, and we're gonna meet up at MIA, down in South Beach. So that's what we did. And long story short, our first drunken night, I should say, walking around, I have whatchamacallit, like a hypoglycemia. Like basically like my sugars are fucked up. So especially when you're drinking alcohol, you have to be extra precautious. And I was an idiot in my 20s, so I would just drink and drink and drink. Even like I wouldn't like make sure to have snacks with me or whatever. I would wait until like I'm literally about to like pass out or even possibly fucking die. So we're walking around and there's a pizza place that's open, and I'm like crying to him. I'm like, seriously, I can't even keep walking to the hotel. Like I feel so sick. Please, can you just buy me a slice of pizza or something? And he's like, I don't have any money. Now this is the thing, like he was a millionaire, but he was so cheap, like so fucking cheap. And it like horribly cheap to the point that it was just, oh my God, was it
That's how they are
traumatizing.
here.
Yes. Like every fucking I could go into more, but let me finish this first. So he goes into the pizza place and he brings me out a slice of pizza. And he's got tears in his eyes. And I remember I'm sitting there and I'm just like scarfing this pizza down. And I'm like, oh, thank God, for this pizza. Like, I'm so glad he spent like a whole $1 on me or $5 or what the fuck ever. So then he has tears in his eyes, like I said. And then finally I asked him and I was just like, are you crying? And he's like,
Oh no. Are you there?
sorry, yeah, I have people here, so it's like I'm doing 87 things at a time as usual. So anyway, oh, that's another thing. Someone that Tiffany doesn't even know that I know in person, she tried convincing that I was doing shit. Well, they were with me. Okay, that's a whole other story, but not for now. Surprise for later. But anyway, okay, so I'm sitting there and then I asked him, I was like, are you crying? And he goes, maybe. Or he's like, yes, like with an angry face, but he's still not looking at me. And I finally go like, well, what's wrong? Like I'm shoving pizza in my mouth. I got my mouth full. I'm like, well, what's wrong? And he's like, because in order to get that pizza for you, I just had to jerk off a stranger. And I'm like, what? Like, wait, what? And I swear, like I'm like blackout drunk and I'm still just like, what the fuck did you just say? You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking like, why? And he's like, because my card's not working or something like that. I don't even know. I don't know if it's true. I wasn't in there. I was outside sitting under a fucking palm tree. I have no idea. But that is something that I will never forget. It's just like, what? Like, wait, what? The end.
I mean, you know what's fat? I think New York is why I don't date white men, because I don't like the white men here. I really despise. I don't say I despise them, but they're a different breed here. All the men are a different breed, but particularly the rich ones. Like I do like a Midwestern guy. My favorite though is a Portuguese or a Brazilian. That's my favorite.
See, this is the thing is he wasn't white, he wasn't black, he was half Ecuadorian, half Colombian, so he was fully Hispanic. And that actually kind of turned me on because of the fact that he was bilingual. Like in order to communicate with his family, he had to speak Spanish, and I thought that was sexy that he knew 2 different languages and stuff like that. I don't know.
So Laura, like, what do you like? Do you like Hispanic guys, white guys, black guys, Asian guys?
I like anyone that keeps me from being homeless or something. I don't know. I've been a sugar mama my whole life. So at this point, I'm just like, this is the brokest I've ever been in my life since the pandemic started. Like everything just fell apart in my life. Well, things were already falling apart. Let's just be real. But the pandemic did not help anything. And it's just like, I'm looking back at my exes, even just hearing what do you like, and I'm thinking back to my exes, and it's like, you know what? Apparently I like men that are fucking broke because all my money's gone now. Like, fuck. And that's the thing is, I would spend thousands every time I would travel to New York. Do you think he ever visited me once in Detroit? Never. I was surprised he even made it to Miami. But then again, he had his room paid for and everything, and he had, he did get us. We each had. I wouldn't even share a hotel room with him, just in case he wasn't coming. I was like, I'm getting my own room just in case, like I'm not, whatever. Like if I have to get drunk and roam around Miami by myself, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But and so he did hook us up because he does have connections. He works for, like, I'm not going to say who he works for, but whatever. He has enough connections that he got us each like a corner suite. So you have a nice ass view of the ocean, and we were literally right on top of each other. So like all I had to do was go down one flight of stairs, knock on his door, like literally right on top of one another. Stuff like that. But then he would do things that would annoy me. It's like, okay, he's been to Miami multiple times, and this is for my 25th birthday. I was still a drinker at the time. So I get there. Obviously, what do I want to do? It's Friday. I want to get to Miami, and I want to start drinking, and I want to start enjoying Miami. So this is what happens. He tells me he has a surprise for me. And I'm like, okay. So then he tells me that the surprise is he is going to be driving me to the Keys, as into Key West, which is a 4-hour drive one way from Miami. And I'm just thinking like, oh my God, does that suck? Like, and I felt bad because like he was acting like this is such a big surprise. Like it was supposed to make me happy, but all I wanted to do was enjoy Miami. I'm only there for 2 nights. I'm only there for the weekend. And then I got to be back in Michigan for school. So, cause I was still in college at this time. So then, so I was kind of bummed about that. It's like, I'm going to spend 8 hours in a vehicle, and all I wanted to do was enjoy Miami. So instead, I was just like, all right, so let's stop at the liquor store. I got so drunk because of how bored I was on this car ride that I found myself chasing Bacardi with fucking Jaeger. So the ride back, okay, I blacked out around the time that we got there. Like I have vague memories of swimming in the ocean, like getting naked and just going skinny dipping, because we found like this area in Key West, there was no one around. So no, we didn't do anything dirty. It was just me just being wild, just being Laura basically. And I just decided to take my bathing suit off and just go skinny dipping. Like, woo, I'm wasted, So we were there for a few hours, and I don't remember anything after that. And my memory starts coming back as we were on the way back. It's dark out, and I stop. I go, pull over, pull over, pull over. I'm literally I'm like seconds away from puking. And he's like getting frustrated with me. He's like, I can't just pull over. I'm like, well, you fucking better if you don't want this in your car. I get out and I just start throwing up everywhere on the side of the road. We had to stop like 3 different times. It was so annoying. But finally we get back to Miami. I took a nap and I woke up and got drunk all over again. Like I get sick even thinking back to my 20s. Early 20s, I should say, because I quit drinking right before my 26th birthday.
So what? So you like a broke man? So do you date younger?
No. That's the thing is, no more. I can't deal with that anymore. I can't deal with the stress of that anymore. So no, I can't. I'm sorry. Like it's just like, this is another thing. Speaking of that same dude, I'm on adult sites, which I'm sure you know.
Yeah, maybe they told me that. Wait, so are you like a sex worker, or do you just do cam? Do you like do penetration or just cam?
I do both. It's considered, camming is considered sex working.
We're making a vlog soon. Hopefully.
Yeah.
No, it's no judgment, but I'm just like, if I could stand having sex with men for money, I would do it. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I just can't tolerate it.
Machine. I have a mechanical dick that, like, okay, so there's 2 different things that I have. Well, technically there's 3. Okay, so there's the reel off, and that's what you insert into your, okay, here, trigger warning to any children, anyone listening, anyone that doesn't feel comfortable talking about adult stuff. This is when your time to exit out. Trigger warning starts now. All right, so there's a reel off, and that's what you enter into your vagina. And basically what happens is when you're on Chatterbait, Cam4, Camster, any of the adult sites that you get tokens on, every time someone gives you a token, it makes it vibrate for a second. So the more tokens, like the heavier, like the harder the vibrations are, and the longer, like the higher the token amount is. And then there's so that's one thing that you can set up. You also have bots that you can set up to do your own shit for you, that do all the work for you. Like it reminds them what they need to tip if they want to speak to you. Like if they want, because most of them, their first thing is DM me. So you have to be really strict about that. It's like right off the bat, one of my notices that posts every 60 seconds is please tip at least 5 tokens for a DM. So because you can't even talk to me unless you tip at least 1 token. So anyway, let me just explain really quick about my ex. This is the level of trauma we're dealing with here. So one time I almost couldn't pay my rent. Now listen, so the cheap dude from Brooklyn that I was just telling you about, he follows me on all my adult shit, right? So he follows me on one of my sites, and I'm not even going to say what site this is because of how traumatizing this was. I don't even use the site anymore, but he basically paid for a month's worth of my shit. And it shows me the activity that my subscribers do. Like it shows me what they viewed, how many times, how long, you know what I mean? So basically he subscribed and he spent the next 24 hours looking at everything over and over and over. In my opinion, he was probably screen recording, you know, like screenshotting, whatever. And then he literally requested a refund the next day. So that fucked up everything because like you have to have at least 100 to cash out. And I was low. I was behind on my rent. Like there's just so many things going wrong financially. So that was it. Like that was the straw that broke the camel's back. To this day, I have him blocked on everything. I made sure that they blocked his IP so he could never subscribe to me again. Like it's just not worth it. Like it gets to a point where that's how fucking petty they get. And it's like, no. Like that's not how this works. Do you go into a strip club with no money? No. If you want to go see something for free, go to Pornhub. Don't fucking come here if you want something for free. Like that is so annoying.
Sure.
And it's like, and that's another thing. It's just like, I'm providing you with a service. You know, it's just like, I'm the type of person that I'm not going to ask someone for money. I would rather someone buy something from my eBay or my Poshmark or even an adult site. So I'm at least giving you a service or a product in return. I don't want free money or free handouts. That's not the kind of person I am. So it really bothers me when they're just like, oh, well, can't you just do this or do that or whatever? It's just like, I'm providing you a service. I understand you, like, not either of you two, but like the person I'm talking to, I understand, like, you may not understand this, but at the end of the day, it's the entertainment industry. You know, like you're throwing me a couple bucks because I'm showing you, I'm giving you a service. That's how life works. You know, like, fuck. It's like, maybe think of it like you're just helping me out as a friend if you want to. And then the pictures I give you back is the same thing if that's how you have to look at it. But like, God damn, don't try to take something from me for free. I'm a human that has bills too.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
petty. I can't believe he did that. He would unsubscribe and they gave him his money back? Why?
Yeah, but this is the thing, is all these platforms are working on this, and that's actually why OnlyFans had to change their shit so that you can't have anything listed for more than $50, is because of the guys that try to do shit like that. It basically fucks it up for everyone. So then it gets to a point that they have to start changing rules, making things more strict. Like for example, on OnlyFans, the whole thing with Bella Thorne basically made it so, first of all, your payouts used to clear after 24 hours. Now you have to wait an entire week. So let's say someone gives you a $20 tip, that will not be going through to your bank account for at least a week after it clears. Okay. And then another thing is you could post something for someone to purchase, like to watch on your OnlyFans for however much you wanted to, hundreds, thousands. Now the maximum amount you can charge for anything is $50. Which means I can only post certain things on there. Like my raunchiest shit is going to be on Chatterbait, my main site, and Fan Central.
Does that one girl that's friends with David Dobrik really make $8 million like a month or whatever? Karina?
Yeah, yes, you make sick
Woman
money on
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans, especially the bigger your numbers. Yes.
What's her name? Corinna
Corinna
or
Cobb.
Man, I can't believe
Ooh, and she makes $8 million a month?
Yeah, that's nothing though. That's nothing. That Lana Rose gets 20 million a month. Fucking what's her face? Belle Delphine. She's at the top. I think she's making 70 million.
Vaginas, man, such a lucky thing.
See, I never got the whole Lana Rose thing. Like, I remember I saw her when she first came out, and like, she's a cute girl, but I just never got it.
Something
I
about her
I,
mug
I
shot's not that hot to me. I don't know. She got a
I
weird glow.
agree. And this is the thing is, I think it's because she's had a lot of work done. So she looks a little bit more masculine and older now. And I'm not saying that to put her down. It's just so sad that she didn't realize how beautiful she was naturally. And it's like once so many girls, they get sucked up into the LA, like all the fillers and shit to the point they start looking like Donatella Versace by the time they're 25. And it's just like, oh girl, what are you doing? You know? And I feel the same way about Lana Rose. What I like about her is parental warning. Here's another trigger warning, adult content. Lana Rhodes knows how to eat pussy so good. I can actually like get off to her. Like watching her eat pussy, I can get off so quick. Like
what about the GOAT, Alexis Texas?
I don't watch
retired
her.
now, but she
Okay,
was,
hold on. Let me see who this is.
Lana
Alexis
Rhodes,
Texas
like
has
the
the
way
best
she
one ever.
kisses and eats pussy is just so passionate that's what turns me on. Like
Are
she
you bi?
like sometimes I think I'm more lesbian than straight.
Well, wait until January 10th to change. Just in case.
Well, I mean, like, because I used to work with strippers, so I know you can get a lot of money. And stripping. Oh, I used to work at Scores, and then for a little while I worked at Hustlers. I don't really
That's
care.
the one Howard Stern always talks about, isn't it? Scores.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, but strippers are not like strippers are not like what they used to be. Like, especially in New York, we do not have good strip clubs here. All the good strip clubs are
I haven't even been to New York in about almost 10 years at this point.
Yeah, it's we don't have good strippers here. The best strip club is in Queens. I mean, the one because Cardi B, the strip club she used to strip at, is a really shitty strip club.
Same with
you know what's funny is I worked at a strip club in New York City in 2009 and can't even fucking remember the name of it. I'm not even kidding.
All the strip clubs are by the water and they're in like seedy neighborhoods. So no.
Yeah, I was fired from more than one strip club in my life. Fun fact, fired because I would get too drunk, like too blackout drunk, and I didn't even this was before this was when I was still in denial that I might have a problem with my drinking. But like even the bartender, I was really cool with the bartender, and she explained to me, she's like, no, she's like, you would be talking fine. She's like, but when you stand up and start walking, it's like you're just stumbling, and I don't even realize, like, I don't remember that type of shit. You know, like it got to a point where like I basically would go to my shift, like when I'm working at the Coliseum, which is in Detroit on 8 Mile, and that's the strip club that I worked at for the longest, was the Coliseum in Detroit on 8 Mile. And so it's like I would go to my shift, and it got to a point that I'm back home, and the last thing I remember, like I'm waking up in my bed, and the last thing I remember is being at work. Like I wouldn't even remember getting home. And that's when I started telling myself, like, yeah, I have a fucking problem if I'm not even remembering driving.
Michigan, just past Wyoming, not Venus, but the one Cash Doll used to work at, where Dex got shot at. It's right on Michigan Avenue. Which one is the name of that? That's the only one I used to go
Bob, you might be interested to know that me and Michigan Made, when he comes to Vegas in February, we're driving to Pahrump I'm going to take him to the brothel for us to vlog.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I don't got no team in my game. I'm gonna.
My favorite strip clubs in Miami.
Miami's Party USA. I've never.
Well, the thing is, like when I go to the strip club, I need a performance. I need a good dance. I don't like a cheap shimmy. And in New York, they do cheap shimmies. I need
like that. You probably I would have been horrible back in my day, because like I said, like I'm all drunk, and I would just, my rule was always they can't touch me. If they touched me, I would charge them extra. And like I don't know. Like I would be all awkward about it, but then I think sometimes it would show on my face how much I hated it because it's like you know you're like rubbing yourself all over like these strange, gross men that are like sweaty and reek of alcohol, and
Mixed
it's
with
just like
cologne, and then what mixed with bad cologne.
Oh, I was
just
never a
I just
stripper. I
picture
used to
I just
do.
picture middle-aged married men with bad cologne trying to get one off before they go back home to wifey.
I actually called a dude out before, and like this one dude, he starts touching me, and I like kind of grabbed him by the wrist, not like hard, but as I pull his hand away, I see he's wearing a wedding ring. I was like, "Don't put your hands on me. Does your wife know you're spending all this? That you got to pay me extra for that?" I said something like that.
I mean, it's interesting. I like strip clubs. I go to sex parties. I like, I'm very sex positive. Like you should, I just want to see everything. I've been to a few like porn after parties. I don't know. I just really.
Oh, I'm sure you've been to the Museum of Sex there in New York. I loved that.
Oh, of course. I went there. I used to go there when I was a teenager because my friend lied about her age and got a job there.
That's awesome. The first time I went in there was the January 2008. I think it was like January 12th, 2008. And they were playing a song by the Wet Spots called "Do You Take It in the Ass?"
They got like penis molds of famous guy porn stars and vagina.
I don't remember any of that, but I do remember there were like female female bodies made of silicone behind glass, but like you can put your hand up the hole if you want to like finger her or play with your tits.
What the?
Yeah.
They have a shitload of Marvin Gaye stuff, like stuff that he used to wear, like in one of the cabinet things.
Yeah, it's cool.
Weird.
I mean,
shit. They got
you
a
should
cocaine
be.
display?
It's unfortunate. I really do wish the sex industry was catered to women more, but I understand why it's not.
Yeah,
Y'all
and
get
I
the- y'all
think
get the
you'd be
toys for
surprised.
them.
I think it is a little bit more now, and you'd be surprised how many females are actually subscribed to my adult stuff. Like obviously there's way more men, but there are females that are like hardcore fans of mine in the sense that they're subscribed to me on everything. And I know for a fact it's a female. Like I've talked to them on Facebook type of thing. You know what I mean? Like once upon a time, or I know who they are in real life, but it actually surprises me sometimes.
Cutie with a
Well, I think
booty
we
gets
all
it
want to
every
know.
time.
Like, we all want to try something. I
Girls,
had.
not dudes, unless maybe secular, but
No, I feel like secular. I'm going to get secular to admit one of these days he slept with a trans woman. But nevertheless,
you're the one that can get it out of him. You somehow control that guy.
I actually
That's
want to
some-
drill him about something too. That sounded sexual, but no.
Want to strap one on and drill him?
Yeah, I want to peg him.
Poor
Bend
guy.
over, Terry. I'm gonna fuck you in the
Poor
ass.
guy.
I mean, even that's interesting. So you've dated. So I'm guessing you've dated younger guys. If you dated broke, like you don't date old broke guys, right? They're always younger.
Believe it or not, both. Like I've
no.
I've never dated anyone younger than me. You know,
wow.
they're usually around my age or older. I definitely do look for older at this point because they really do just usually have their shit together. Like I would never date a dude like in their 20s or even early 30s. It's like no. I'm good on that. I did that.
Oh, hi, Sec.
Sec in here now. We were just talking about how fucking big your wiener is.
I
Yeah,
so want to. Well, there's a few people
About-
I want to.
It's about this
Lay
big.
off. Nobody's talking about Sharon V. What the fuck is he
Yeah,
talking
that's
about?
not. We're not talking about her tonight. Sec, just chill.
What are you
Look at
talking?
the cannoli.
I'm talking about this cannoli being mine is bigger than this cannoli.
Give me
Are
the
you
gun.
sure?
Keep the cannoli. What's that from?
Are you
Come
sure,
on.
Sec?
It was from the villa. I used to get it from Bomberitos.
Sec,
No,
you hanging
what quote is
10?
this from? What quote is this from? Ready?
Okay.
Take the cannoli. Leave the gun.
I don't know.
Sec's hanging 10.
Look at you, Sec. All
I need-
cambered up today.
I need more girth. I don't have I have my length is okay, but
So you have a pencil.
it's not a pencil.
It's a
Slim Jim?
toad.
No, he doesn't have a chode. No.
What are you guys talking about?
Well,
We're
with
talking
all
about
your-
frogs and
with all your
toads.
female partners, were they happy afterwards?
Well, they came back for more. They didn't break up with
Well,
me. so-
then that number 2 pencil.
Dude, I could totally
fits
picture
you
Seth
well.
being a fucking dancer at whatchamacallit, at the fucking Cheetahs or whatever. Like
Cheetahs
the
in Windsor.
I'd have to get
like a male stripper. I could totally see that, believe it or not.
You would do so well with the middle-aged house mom, the housewives, not the housewives, maybe the grannies. You would do good.
Oh
need a
yeah.
wax- a good wax job.
Yeah.
I love how so many people are scared of Mina Blavi, like, because we openly talk about sex. It's like, I'm the type of person, I like to help people get off. Is that a crime? I don't think so.
You know what, Laura? You're the opposite of me because I've never dated a broke man, but I've made that. I got burned in
That's a
high school with a
baller.
broke one, and so never again.
Sex got cash money, don't
Yeah,
you?
I liked being the sugar
You
mama for a
brought in
little
that
bit,
crew
but
of
then it
yours.
definitely gets old.
That
Would you
freak
ever be a
crew?
sugar baby?
I have been. Sometimes I am. Maybe I am right now. I don't know. My fan list changes every day. There's new people come and go.
See, I like financial domination because it's very easy.
Wonder where this goes.
If someone, like, if a man were to pay my rent for like a full year, I would do whatever the fuck he wants. Be like, you want some head right now? Sounds great. Like, do you want to?
No,
fuck me
I
in
don't
the
think you
bathroom?
should do that. I feel like you should make him give you 100,000 after taxes because then you have enough for like a couple of years. You know, you don't have to really work. I feel like you should do 100,000 at least.
Listen,
Okay, you know it's sad when this bastard right here is thinking about becoming a goddamn madame at a fucking brothel because of the pandemic fucking everything up. And then you guys realize this is another thing I keep forgetting to bring up. Ever since OnlyFans even put out the memo that they're going to be getting rid of porn, no, they didn't do that. Yes, they changed their mind, but I don't think a lot of people don't know this, that even them announcing that, so many people are like, okay, well, we can't trust them, or they believed it. So so many people deleted their accounts right then and there. I probably lost like 100 fans because they just deleted their accounts. They're like, oh, fuck this, you know? And like, so OnlyFans has never been the same since then. So it's just like, it's just frustrating. And then like the pandemic, everyone's fucking broke right now. It's just, it's a mess.
Blavi, I wanted to say something. I wanted to make this point to you before on another live. It's okay now for a woman to make a lot more money than the guy. There's ways around that. If she has more status or whatever, there's management positions in like factories and supermarkets and assistant department manager positions. If that's an issue, then you have the title and they can make a decent amount of money. Or you can work it out where the guy takes his money and invest it, and she pays for everything, or he gets the insurance, he does the yard work or whatever. But
But Zach, I don't want offspring, and so that's not a good deal for me.
Okay.
And then
Smart
too, let's
woman
get into,
in this day and age, smart woman. That's all I'm gonna say.
like, but Zach, right? Like, you've seen me. Why would I waste time with a broke man? Like, I for what?
Well,
when there are richer men out there.
When you say broke, what is your limit? What if his take-home pay is $800 a week? I know the cost of living is different in New York City than
$800 a week. So what is that? Under $52,000 a year?
Yes. That probably
And
wouldn't
that's
go
his.
far in New
That
York
can be
City.
his first job.
$800 will pay for maybe 2 nights in New York.
Yeah, the cost of living there is like astronomical. It's probably a lot
But
more
like,
than it is in Vegas.
I've never had a hard time finding the men I want.
Right. Well, I don't mean this as a tit for tat, but I think guys should look for women that are smart and have a good job too, because now it takes two. I've known a lot of successful couples, marriages, where the guy is a
No,
butcher,
you're not
a
doing this
factory
tonight.
worker, and the woman
You're
is a
not
teacher,
doing
a
this
nurse,
tonight.
and they're
You are one of the biggest hoes on YouTube. You are not going to play the marriage game tonight. No.
well. No, I haven't been a hoe in years, but
You've been a hoe. You've been a hoe since you were a hoe in July. You were sleeping with Renee. Come on.
well, that's only because I go to places like Salvatore Scalapini, and a woman, I start talking to her, and she shares her tiramisu with me, and I give her my number, and we have we make each other laugh and text, and all of a sudden she doesn't.
Zach,
don't hear
somebody
from
who
me.
wants marriage doesn't take a Viagra while a woman is cleaning his house so he can bang her. That's not what a man who wants to get married does.
I didn't take it because I wanted to bang her. I'd taken it before I picked her up to see if it works. And I ended up with a bulge in my pants, and she kept looking down at it.
Which you like.
I wasn't trying to bone her. I would just want to see how it worked, and it did work. There was an effect.
You know what's fascinating about you? You would think you would have perfected your game to have sex as much as you want. You would think that.
I don't care at this point.
No, you do.
I give two fucks.
But you're kind of lazy too.
I've had my share of sex. It's not like I've never had it again. To be truthful, if it never happened again, life goes on.
You said that, and then Renee was here a few weeks later. So which one is it?
Yeah. Well, at least she got into it. She enjoyed it. So she came on to me first. I had no attraction.
You know what? I'm glad you're here.
You kissed her neck, Zach. I thought you did a little neck kissing.
A little what?
I'm glad you're here.
You kissed her neck.
Neck.
And then she hopped. You
Kissed
said you
her
kissed
neck.
her neck when she was washing up or something. Then she hopped in bed, and then
No, I kissed her on the neck and I kissed her in the butt. She was nude, and I laid down and I started to doze off.
So you started.
But she stopped. I had no attraction to her. She started doing something to me, but then I stopped it. I said, no, it's okay, honey.
Zach, I have a question for you.
What?
You know how? Do you feel like?
What?
Let me say this in the way I mean it. White keeps you mean and lean, but you like your dark meat on the side. Do you feel like you're like one of those type of people?
I've always been attracted to what I would
No,
think is
the
exotic
phrase.
women.
Like you like I low-key, because you pretend like you don't like white women, and I know you do like white women.
Well,
I don't
there's
know
a
why you
period
keep
of time-
flexing like you don't.
No, there was a period of time in my life where I had zero attraction to Caucasian or European looking women. I liked dark skinned women, Spanish, black, olive skinned, Arabic. I like the darker skin, the olive. It just emotionally, not just sexually, but emotionally, I just went bonkers for them for whatever reason or reasons. I had that attraction and I went for it. I didn't care what people in society thought or anything like that. I just did what I wanted to do. A lot of people of color don't like that kind of dating. I had more.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that, because
Okay.
you bring it up a lot, and I just find it. I'm not saying like a fetish is bad, because we all have ours, but I often wonder, like, because you pretend like you don't like white women, and I know you do.
Well, now I do. Now for whatever reason, I'm open to them, but for a while I wasn't. But there's a lot of people in our society that have a preference. People of all races. I've known white ladies that just prefer darker skinned guys for whatever reason. That's their thing. I don't care.
I feel like you do. I feel like you'd be the type, if your girlfriend slept with a black guy, you'd be pissed. I feel like that will get to you.
I'd be standing there watching and jacking off.
Oh
No,
my
you'd be
God.
pissed.
Right.
But
Because
you're
I
a
feel like
That wouldn't bother me at all. I wouldn't care. Why would I
I feel
care?
like, because I don't know. I just feel like, I have never
If I like
tried
it,
the
I'll get
European dick, but I have seen it. And your strokes are different. I'll just say it like
Right. That's probably true.
Different stroke for different folk.
Your
You know
strokes
what?
are different. Like it's a different, like you've already said, you get mad at the technique. And I know if your girl was sleeping with a black guy, I know for certain. Well, okay, let me remind that. A black guy that has a good stroke game, you would be pissed.
Not at all. Because I used to go to a club where people had sex in front of other people, and I was in hotel rooms, and I seen it. Why would I do it? That doesn't bother me at all. Good
No,
for
but
them.
they have different strokes, like
But
different
if it
strokes.
was a
Like
woman, if it was a woman,
You
I was
can kind of tell just by dancing. Like when you go to the club and you have a dude like rubbing up on you, it's just like,
See,
did
no,
you
you
just
can't-
finish? Like what the fuck?
There is
Exactly.
there is no sexual or jealousy when it comes to interracial. I don't care. If it was a white woman that cheated on me regardless of his race, I'd get even. I'd film myself having sex with somebody in the bed we shared. I wouldn't have the woman's face. I'd do it with the hooker too. I'd say, here you go, baby. The bed on our bed. I'd get even. My brother just remarried the woman that cheated on him. I can't believe he did that. I wouldn't do it. I think he should have got a nice woman from the Philippines, and I mean that.
Here we go with the Asian woman again. I mean, you know what I think it is you like? I think you like having power over another woman, and that's why you choose Filipino woman, because you like the power of a green card.
I don't care who screws who or who does what to who or
but you do.
How they do it. I don't. No, I don't.
Mary, was that you under that grandma account? Please tell me the truth.
No, I swear on my children, it was not me.
Let's not swear on children, please.
I was Beefus. I was Beefus Reefus. I was Lolly Ollie, Dickie Balls, Catfish Jones.
All right, because I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not trying to bring that up.
Just tell me in private chat. Now I want to know.
Right.
Yeah, me too. That's the only person I can never figure out.
Okay, yeah, you know what? We're going to put Michigan Made on the spot because while Terry, I enjoy you, I'm a little tired of your sex talk today.
Have at it. I want Laura.
Interrogate him. I'm going to enjoy my other cannoli while you're.
I want Laura.
You want? Okay, so that's your type.
Yeah, she's hot. I need a big booty.
Right here, guys, I can hear you.
Gotta have a butt.
Really? Because you said you liked the last time I interviewed you. You said you liked Addison Rae.
No, that wasn't me.
Ew.
I hate her. I can't stand her.
Yeah, you said Addison Rae was hot. You said before she got skinny.
I hate her because I hate how she's so famous for having no talent at all. That had to have been someone else.
She looks like a child. She's too boring looking.
No, I can't stand her. So even if she was attractive, the hate wouldn't work. She got famous off of doing nothing, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't sexualize someone like her. I feel like she's too young. Like oh, she's so cute. Too. You know, like that's how I feel.
I have a cutoff, man. I mean.
Okay, what's your cutoff?
Under 27 is pushing it now that I'm almost 39. I mean,
just keep in mind that the brain does not start, the frontal lobe does not begin developing until 25.
Well, about 25 probably is the cutoff. I can't be like Dave Portnoy and nail these 18-year-olds.
Yeah, that's disgusting because you might as well be fucking a 17-year-old. It's just like, it's just fucking gross.
Well, say 25. But I'd rather her be between 27 and 40.
27 and 40. Okay. Do you want to shoot the club up?
Sorry, Tiffany.
No.
What?
Do you want to shoot the club up and have a litter?
I mean, I don't know. I'm too old for that now. I'll be a grandpa when they're 20.
Okay. So then Laura's your type. What's your type? What are you into? Do you like, gagging? Do you like, do you have one of these really weird fetishes?
No, nothing. No, not really.
So when's the last time you had sex?
Honestly, like 7 months.
Oh my God, you're like a virgin.
June 2020 for me. June 2020.
I come home from work and I go to sleep. I don't never go out anymore. I'm always got to be up at 3:30 a.m. So my social life is dead.
So,
and
but like you could
old flings. Yeah, I could hit up old flings, but I have no interest anymore. Just to hit up an old fling. I'd rather wait until
I've been terrified of COVID. I'm one of those people.
I mean, I had plenty of fun in my 20s and most of my 30s. I'm just chilling right now.
So then what do you do? Do you do cam? Do you do, your hand? What do you do?
No, I don't. I mean, I'll use the hand, but privately.
No, I mean, but like, do you just do porn? Do you do cam? Do you do?
I do mental usually. Just think of it, and it's just quick and easy. Porn's weird because as soon as you finish, you're like grossed out immediately. You're so into it that once you're done, you're like, Ew, what am I watching? This I'm disgusting. So weird how your brain changes that quick.
So, what is your favorite?
That's why they
category?
always tell men when you're thinking about cheating, just jerk off and it'll go away instantly. Once you finish, you won't be in the mood anymore. That's the oldest trick in the book.
But you live in Michigan, so we're gonna give you like that pass because
I dated like a psychopath once upon multiple
Yeah,
times, but
Michigan.
the dude that took my virginity, I was trying to like save, like I wanted to marry him. To make a long story short, I don't know, I'm not going to disclose the age I was, but we dated for like 18 months and he was open about watching porn and I didn't give a fuck because I didn't see it as cheating, you know, whatever. But what he would do is like he would be like jacking off, like I would wake up like in the middle of the night because I wouldn't want to have sex. I'd be like, no, just go fucking watch porn or something, for example. And then like let's say I wake up to him like jacking off to porn, and then as soon as he's done, like he's always like fucking slut, and then he deletes it. Like he would say that after every single girl, like if every time he would watch one.
I don't know how it is for females, but for males, as soon as you finish, your brain chemistry immediately changes to where you're not in the mood at all. You're like ready to get up and leave or on to the next thing to do in the day. No cuddling or nothing. It's weird.
That's why I'm usually like okay, when you're done, just get away from me. Like the end, go away.
Oh, it is weird. Even when you're doing it by yourself, as soon as you're done, you're like, what the fuck?
How is it being a single man? And I'm sorry, Z. How is it being a single man, right? Because not having kids, offspring, and not having a wife. Well, have you ever been married?
No, I've had a 8-year relationship, but it's absolutely amazing having nothing holding me back or nothing tying me down. I could get up and
I'm
leave
twice
tomorrow.
divorced. If you want to get married, they say 3 times a charm.
Right? I could get up and leave tomorrow and have nothing to worry about. So I kind of enjoy my situation.
But
I got no.
But do you want to get married or do you want to have a family?
Not really.
Interesting. It's weird how you haven't even shot the club up just, by accident.
Yeah, they always had that fucking whatever the fuck thing is, that little thing you insert in there, that worked.
Was there ever a time you wanted a litter?
Hand check. Secular, show us your hands instantly.
Was there a time what now, hon?
That you wanted a litter?
I probably when I was younger, but wasn't a huge concern.
So, like, what type of woman do you like? Do you like white, black, Asian, Hispanic, Arab?
I'm more attracted to personality. I mean, she can't be disgusting, but I mean, all races are fair game. I don't have a specific race at all.
So you've slept with all races?
No, I have not. But I mean, I had crushes on black girls before, like big crushes, and
well, so, tell us why you haven't slept with them.
I don't know. I never made the move. I grew up in an all-white community. When I was little in Delray until I was 12, but you don't think about it then. I moved to Dearborn Heights and it was all white until about 5 years ago. So my 20s were with all white people.
But surely you went to college, so there's something different in there.
I had a girlfriend at the time during college.
Well, who have you slept with? Have you had a Latina? And do tell the country.
Yeah, I've had mostly white girls, and I've had a Latina.
Okay, what country?
Oh, it would have to be. I think she was. What is the one with the? Just not Puerto Rican, Dominican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dominican. Yeah, I know them very well.
They had 3 sisters went to my high school.
Dominicana.
She was in my grade, actually.
No, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico.
Passamint. I remember it well. Erica was her name.
And what did Erica look like?
She had she looked almost kind of like Snooki, almost, not like face wise. She had real dark eyebrows, a dark complexion. but she was a little taller and thick, or like thick legs, thick butt.
And did you
But
like
could
it?
tell, yeah, but you could tell she was definitely Latino.
I
Mm,
prefer
okay.
blue eyes on a man and dark eyes on a girl. Like I think it looks sexy. Like
I do.
'cause I feel
Yeah,
like blue eyes, I can't explain it. It's kind of like a predator, if you will, like a wolf. That's what I think of. So it's just like
when
something
I
like manly or like
when
dominant.
I
Whereas
watch
like I feel like if you're a girl, it's
I get
prettier
the
to have like
opinion.
the
It seems
seductive
like
brown eyes.
I don't know. It just seems like black women would be more fun in bed, from just my opinion by watching porno. They just seem like they're more. I don't know. Just seem like they're.
Thanks, Jessica. Well, see,
I
that's
just
the thing. Because
I
I've
just
said this.
saying.
Do you feel like this? Like, if I were to sleep with a black guy, right? Like, I don't need to give my A game, right? Because he'll sleep with another black girl. But then, like, because I've already said I wanted to get this white guy out of my system before I'm 30. So I'm still hunting because I have to get the right one. I have to have on my A game because I can't just not do it proud,
I totally feel the same way. This girl I worked with at the place I was before now, she was a black girl. Her name was Chanel, and I was totally wanted to bang her for like 3 years. But I think she had a boyfriend, so but I was highly attracted to her.
Yeah, I can't believe I've gone this long. And I have no reason not to. I went to college. Almost everybody was white and
We're
Midwestern.
kind of in the same boat, just with different sectors.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not actively looking. I'm actively looking.
Right, not right now.
Like, I'm actively looking, but I think I might get there. I met this Jewish guy. He's very, because I've heard
I do have
he's
10
very
years
fun.
out, but there you go. Nothing wrong with a Jewish man.
Yeah, I've met let's see what else. I met an Italian man, because Italian men, out of all white men,
Pauly
because
D Italian or light white
Oh
boy
yeah,
Italian?
no, we are amazing in bed for sure. They should just call it an Italian kiss. I don't know why they call it a French kiss. That's fucking bullshit.
Right, but the Sicilians, aren't they considered different than
Sicilian
Northern-
is southern Italy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They're
They
from
don't they
Sicily.
separate themselves from the northern Italian?
It's okay. This is how it is. It's like if you were to go to Canada and someone asks you, "Oh, you're from the South," wouldn't you be like, "What?
Right.
No. Why would you think that?" It's like it's kind of like that.
Then you got Malta, right? They're kind of related, the Maltese. Isn't Malta an island off Italy?
it's in the Mediterranean, but it's not like Italian. It's technically its own country. But yes,
Yeah,
I've heard great things.
My ancestors are from northern Italy.
Ooh, but I've heard Italian, because when I went to Rome, so I went to Rome to sleep with an Italian. Like, I'm not going to lie about it. But when I went to Italy, I was thinking I was going to get fine, sexy Giorgio Armani. I'm getting, Grandpapa or the guy that works at the deli. I was just in the wrong area.
So the reason I've never slept with a black man is because I'm scared of the size thing.
Okay, I'll let you know. Not all black men are big dick. Big dick black men, you usually know because they tell you about how good their dick is. Now, you might get a surprise big dick, but the nerdy ones tend to be on the lower side. They tend to be on the 6 inches and less. And for you, if you're going to date a black man, you should definitely date a black man and finesse him out of money, because if you look and people are not going to like this. I don't care. You should, because they're dumb.
Just saying, okay, I'm very short. Like, I'm literally the size of a child. Like, obviously not my tits and my ass. There's nothing childlike about those. But everything else, like my hands are still smaller than a child's. Like any kids that I may or may not have, their hands are all bigger than mine. Their feet are all bigger than mine. I'm tiny. Okay. So there's only so much room in there. Does that make sense? It's proportionate.
Yeah, no, but not everybody is a 9-inch air mattress Mendingo. There's plenty of 6 inches. I think though, Laura, you could get an NBA player if you really play your games right, or an NFL, because the Raiders are in Las Vegas and they're super dumb. They'll give you tons of money. You don't even have to sleep with them.
I've been an escort before.
But you don't even have to sleep with them. If they just take pictures with you,
No, I
they're
know.
super
Oh, I
stupid.
know. The first escorting job I ever did, I got paid $1,000 to receive a full body massage for an hour, and he did not touch me inappropriately at all. I got paid $1,000 to
Wow.
have a body massage for an hour. That was my first
Now,
job.
stay away from the West Africans, because that's where the BBC is strong. That's where you're more than likely. And stay away from those Jamaicans. Stay away from those the island Mendigo too is too much. But an American, if he's a nerd, not always, but most of the time he's under 6. Most of the time.
I had a Liberian.
Like Steve Urkel, Laura.
No, not like that. Like, okay, so this is the ones you go
Do you
for.
remember him saying my name all the time, though?
Yeah. Like, you should go for the ones that, maybe he works at Apple, maybe he works, the nerdy ones. Go for the ones that if he says this is the catchphrase that he's going to make you a lot of money. I don't date black women because they didn't like me when I was younger. Usually that means small dick, and usually that means that he got money because now he thinks he can get that girl. That's a perfect man to scam. You'll have your base pay for the next 10 years.
You should let this Jessica person come up here because they said that they just moved here to Vegas from Boston.
I gotcha. Here comes 10-4.
Do you want to meet up and dike out? I'm just kidding. I have no idea who this person is.
No,
Oh,
but
my
that's what you do. Now, different men. Now, taking money from men is different. I find that white men part with their money easiest. Like that's a man you can just
Oh
go
my
out
God,
on dates.
no, you were not raised by my father. Holy fucking shit. Really quick. Okay, most white people probably, yeah, but like okay, my parents might as well have been black. I don't know how else to say this. They were both born and raised in Detroit. There is nothing white about my mom other than her skin. That's all I'm going to say. So like, and she's the type of person, like she's obsessed with Motown, like would be in the car and then like a song would come on. She's like, honey, you don't know nothing about this. And she turns it up like all the way type of thing. And like, she's all dancing and driving. Like that's my mom high. So like, well, not like biologically, like I was adopted, but anyway, so my dad, cheap as fuck. Okay, so like I would go over like after we moved out of East Detroit, we moved to like a richer, like upscale neighborhood called Macomb Township, Michigan. And so I would go, I started making new friends. They're all rich as fuck. And like this one of my good friends, her name was actually Laura. So I'm at Laura's and she's like, hey, do you want to go to Burger King? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, and she's like, do you have any money? And I was like, no. And then she's like, oh, and that's no problem. Hold on one second. And she's like, hey, Dad, can I have like a 20 to go to Burger King? Me and Laura are going to go to Burger King. He hands her a $50 bill and he's like, keep the change. I asked my dad for $1 before to go up to like McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell to get something for $1. I'm like, hey, Dad, can I have $1? What the fuck do you need $1 for? I'm like, damn, never mind. Like, fuck.
No, I find white men are easiest. The hardest man to get money from, I found, is an Asian man. Oh my God. They go over everything with you, like, but I
don't know, man. Some of the cheapest people I have met. Oh, do you really want me to get in? Okay. I'm going to go for it. So the last person that I dated, white as fuck. Do you want to know the level of cheap? Okay, so when it comes to doing laundry, I'm the type of person that I don't cross-contaminate. Like bathroom towels and kitchen towels don't go together. Obviously you don't mix whites with colors, blah, 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 whatever. And okay, his motto was you fit as much in the washing machine as possible and you only use one Tide Pod, and that's it. And I'm thinking, okay, that's not how you do laundry. No. So basically, like, he was so cheap about every little thing that it would actually be more expensive in the long run, because it's like, okay, well, these still smell like shit, so they have to be washed again now. Like things like that. Like he would go out of his way to avoid spending, like to save money. But then it would be to the point, like, for example, he's like, oh, look, at Uber is only $6 to get to this place. Like, fuck that. I'm going to take the bus. It's like, so you're going to save $3 to spend an extra hour on the road. Just little shit like that. I could go on and on and on. Like, it was bad. Oh my, I would go insane. Like, another thing is, like, he would buy food for me. Like, I'm allergic to gluten and I'm vegan. So he would, like, expect me to be so grateful. He'd bring home something that's vegan and gluten, but it would be like really spicy, which I can't tolerate. I have stomach issues and whatnot. And like, or it would just be really nasty, something I've never even heard of, like something I've never even eaten before. And if I throw it away, he's going to scream at me like for wasting food. So I would have to pretend to eat it and then like put it down the garbage disposal and get rid of it as fast as fuck before he notices, type shit. Like, any little thing he buys me, like food wise, if I don't eat it, I'm going to get yelled at for wasting it. Or if he like, it's just, oh man, I could go on and on.
I've never had that problem with a white man. Like, in fact,
oh my God,
they're who I call when I want to go to like the new, like, on and on. I've never had that problem with a white man. Like, in fact,
oh my God, secular, stop.
That was an accident.
So
sure.
No, seriously, I had two.
I've never had that problem.
You two have been yapping a mile a minute, so I've been clicking on other tabs and looking at.
Okay, so you want to talk? What do
I'm
you?
listening. No, I'm listening.
Yeah,
it's
but
interesting.
like it's
really
it's
quick,
great.
Jessica, I'm right in paradise. If you're serious, I'm right in paradise, and I'm not shy. I'll meet anyone as long as you're wearing a mask.
Well, you guys,
yeah,
ladies, let me ask you a question. Are you two ladies like using men? Are you playing on their emotions and their loneliness?
No, I'm not. I'm a beautiful woman.
I don't play on anyone's emotions, Terry.
What happened to you?
What are you talking about?
I'm a beautiful woman, and nothing is free in life. So you're just, paying for my time.
If somebody plays you, if somebody
and Terry, let me remind you. I was in the middle of talking to my sister, but I overheard you say something like, nowadays both parents work. And although that is true, unfortunately, the more overpopulated we are, the more expensive everything's going to be. So that's going to be the new norm. But the parents that can afford to have a parent stay home, a lot would rather do that because they want to raise their own child opposed to having nannies raise them.
Of course.
And plus you have to remember like that it is a job to take care of kids. I promise you that. And in fact, it can be a very thankless job because you don't get paid in money. It's just
right.
It's a hard job, and it's definitely full time.
Yeah, I'm pathetic.
Yeah. No, I don't use men, but I mean, I've told white men I'm not going to sleep with you, and they still take me out to dinner and stuff like that. So what am I supposed to do? Not go out?
I've had my share of maybe anger and resentment or animosity towards women, in particular, maybe a certain like white whatever. But that's one thing I would never do is to get money out of them. That would bother my conscience. Just to use them for money or something like that. I could never do that.
Beauty is a commodity with men. And if you want to play for our beauty as women, then why should I not? It's like,
right. You and Laura are both gorgeous. You're caramel and she's got the the Italian thing. You're both gorgeous. And I feel bad because and I hate to bring it up. I think I already apologized for it, but there was like a live a year ago, and it's very rare that I take YouTube serious. Very rare that I take YouTube serious or get angry. I'm pretty thick-skinned, but I came on one night. A certain person came on and insulted me. Me and her go back and we're friends, and she blocked me, blah, blah, blah. Then Laura had wrote something about, I help men get off or jack off or something like that. I thought it was abrasive. And maybe that brought out some bad feelings I had from bad experiences with women or whatever. But I just, I feel bad about it now because I deeply,
I'm very blunt because it's like, I feel like it's just an extra chore if you're trying to sugarcoat everything and walk on eggshells to appease every person. By the time I hit 30, I had ran out of all fucks. It's like, I am not Willy Wonka. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. So it's so much easier to just speak open and honestly, in my opinion.
Right. Well, I think there's a lot of gender hostility between men and women. There's a disconnect there.
I believe you, Terry.
Worse than it used to be, and I think that's sad. And I wish that
Yeah,
You know
it
what? I
is.
was
No, it is. It is. And
right.
just like, uh, I think the media plays a role in it too, because it's like, I don't know. I'm not trying to get
Well,
fucking political, but just how like nowadays they're saying, well, women these days are this and men these days are that. And it's like, but
well,
at the end of the day, like science, nature, we really do need one another, in my opinion. Like if you have all the
yes,
money in the world, then maybe, you can hire someone to do something, but I can't lift everything. I need help with certain things, like it's
right,
just like I don't know, sometimes there's certain men that it's like you need guidance, man. Like I just feel like we need each other, and we
right.
definitely
Well,
need each other to reproduce. So
our parents and grandparents' generation were better at it, I think. And that's why I bring up the immigrant communities. Remind me of those
well, boomers
generations.
fucked everything up, in my opinion. Silent
Yeah,
generation was the last one to hold marriage sacred. Boomers were the ones that were all about like, oh, more power to women and we can do anything men can, like the whole feministic bullshit. And then like
right.
that just kind of fucked everything up, and the divorce rate went up. Now it's like 50-50.
Yeah, and it seemed like when I go to certain clubs, the women would be sitting and ignoring the guys and talking. The guys would be just standing there, and everybody's dancing by themselves. And it's like, why do you go to a club if you don't go there just to ignore that? Especially if you go to a place like a salsa club or where there's ballroom dancing. In the old days, the women would line up on the wall and they'd want a guy to ask them to dance. But now it's like, you
I
can't,
think that's a troll. Never mind.
huh?
Nonetheless, I enjoy men, but I know y'all ways, Some men are great. And you know what I hate? I hate when a man says, you should date me because I'm a nice guy. It's like, no, I shouldn't date you.
Oh, that's probably not a nice guy if someone says that.
You know what? Women, when I was too nice, and a woman told me many, many years ago, you're too nice. When I was a bad boy, when I was aloof, when I was naughty, women were more attracted to me. When I was super nice, that seemed to
I'm
be a
not
turn.
like that. I'm
You
sorry,
like
but
bad boys.
the meaner a guy is to me, the less I'm turned on. Like I'll start
I'm not
noticing his
talking about
flaws
being
more. No, let
mean.
me finish. Like I'm just saying
Okay.
hypothetically. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. For some reason, I've always been like this. Like the sweeter a guy is, the more he shows that he's into me, the more I'm turned on, and it gets to a point where like I'm horny every time we talk. But the more I feel like he's pushing me away, I just like it starts going away like fast as fuck. Because like I do know that a lot of guys they play games and stuff like that. So it's just kind of like I'm all like I'm just not turned on by the games. I'm not the type of girl that like chases a guy that doesn't want me. I've always been opposite from so many girls in that sense. Like I would watch girls chase guys that don't want them, and it seemed like they would even get more turned on when a guy doesn't. I would be opposite. Like a guy would turn me down, and then I'm like, oh my God, his nose is sideways. Like then I start noticing all their flaws and like the ruder they are to me. I'm just like staring at certain things on their face, noticing this imperfection, that imperfection. Like, why are they so mean? Oh, yeah, you're a little ugly. Oh, he is a lot uglier than I thought. You know what I mean? Like it turns me off and it just gets worse.
Right.
I mean, I like both. I like the asshole sometimes, and I like both. I enjoy men.
Maybe it's sometimes because we want to reject them before they
I'd
reject
rather
us.
it be because he's putting his foot up my ass type of thing. Like Laura, smarten up. What the fuck are you doing? Like about something serious. You know what I mean? Like I sometimes I need that, but I don't need to be bossed around or told that in order to do laundry, I have to put every single thing in so that it fills the whole fucking machine and only use one pod because we don't want to waste water. We don't want to waste soap, and we don't. And it has to be on cold water. That's another thing I forgot, by the way. Fuck, dude. Like, oh my God, I can't do that ever again.
I think you should
I'm
have a
traumatized.
no broke man, and like just try it out and don't date them for a month, and then you'll never go back.
Hey, look, Tiffany
No,
Tuna.
this is the thing though, is I haven't had sex since June of 2020, and so for me, it's like I got this, but then it gets to a point that it's like an itch you can't scratch. And I have given birth multiple times, which makes it worse, allegedly. Or I'll be on, or like my period's coming and like I get really fucking horny and I'm just like, someone's got to clean the pipes out. I just got to a point where I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do anymore.
So would you sleep with Michigan Made?
If
Is he your type?
Yeah, yeah.
Right on.
Really? Is it like a one night stand, or would you want to, do you want like a weekend of pounding, or do you want like a relationship?
Hold on.
Well, like you need a good pounding, like you need a good
Yeah. But then I get sore fast, which is really annoying because
We'll
like
be
the guy
gentle.
wants to keep going sometimes, and it's like, dude, it's already been 30 seconds. What do you mean you're not done? Like
30 seconds. Come on, you need a nice 20 minutes at least.
it depends on if he's big. If he's big, you need to hurry up. I'm in pain. I'm in pain, baby. I'm in pain. You like, I can't keep taking that.
We'll be gentle with you.
Okay, Sek, you were not who we said.
I said he will be gentle with. I want him to hook up. I want him to be happy. I want him to get married by Elvis.
You're so stupid.
Las Vegas.
And then we can have it
Romantic.
annulled like
That's
Britney
romance.
Spears.
That's
Really?
romance.
Like, Sek, I so badly want to talk to your friend $10 Tommy because I really like want to drill him, and not in a sexual way.
Right.
That definitely sounds.
I'll tell him that. We'll message him and let him know. I'll let him
Yeah,
know.
I want to God, okay, it's not sexual, but like you know how I want to interrogate. Hi, JC Bear.
JC Bear.
You know how
JC Bear.
you know how I like interrogating men, and he would be fucking perfect.
I love my beefy bear, my JC Bear.
Do you now?
I want
Who
to
the
snuggle.
fuck is
I want to cuddle up with
Tuna
my.
Tiffany? Do you guys see this?
Yeah, Tiffany
Yeah.
Tuna bullying me.
Who is that?
I think it's just a fan.
I am scared. I don't know.
But yeah, you should. So you would. Okay, so if you could sleep with any guy you met on YouTube, who would you do?
Oh, who, me?
Yeah.
Probably Michigan Made, because like we can talk about like the mafia and Detroit type shit. Like if I get bored during the act.
That's it?
I don't know how to answer that. It sure as fuck wouldn't be Tom Reed unless I have a tire iron that's going up his asshole.
No, we mean there are a lot of men, I'm sure there's some men that have tried to, set something up.
Well, he's coming here in February. We're gonna spend Valentine's Day together.
But anybody else? Anybody like you really want to give you a good pounding?
Do you guys ever see someone that takes weed this seriously? Just really quick, sorry.
No.
I have four of these. So every month when I buy an ounce, I split it up.
I guess he's gone.
Because, I don't want to smoke more than, I don't know. I want to keep it at an ounce per month. And I don't want to, my tolerance sometimes will get too high, no pun. I'm trying to find my sweater so I can go outside. It's down to 60 degrees and I'm freezing.
Oh, lucky you. It's in the 30s here.
Ah, fuck that.
Hey, Blobby. Joe
Yeah?
just messaged me back. He said, tell that holster sniffer to find another victim.
No.
Good
No.
stuff. Yeah, that was
No.
a good
You know why I want to okay. His voice, I'm not gonna discuss it, but his voice reminds me of somebody. And now why is he scared?
Appreciate you.
Why is he being scared? It's not like I can do anything harmful to him.
Oh, who's being scared?
I'm talking to him right now. I'm messaging him.
Well, tell him come up. I promise I won't be bad. And I've never smashed a cop.
He's not a cop.
No, but you said a holster sniffer. That's a cop.
That would be so hot.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
Just tell him he
in
can
the
come
back
up.
of your cop car, officer. You can ask me anything you want. Anything, anything. Do you have a girl? I don't see a ring on your finger. Well, that's interesting. Have you ever thought of dating a singer?
Yes, you should tell him come up. Tell him we're gonna be like easy on him. You know, we're not gonna be rough. We're gonna take it easy.
Do you
Like,
really
why
have to
can you
use
talk?
those
If you can
cups?
talk shit in the chat, he can come up. Like, he makes it a point to come up when I'm not up, and I don't understand that. Like, what are you so scared of?
Oh, he's scared of you. Sounds like he's scared of you.
I don't know why the men are so scared. I didn't like
Well,
do anything.
A lot of them are scared of me too. It's because it's not just men too. There's a lot of women that they just don't expect another woman to be kind of like in your face or blunt or honest or tough or smart. Sometimes it bothers both men and women, you know, like especially women that are less superior, like the ones that are opposite of us. Like, it bothers them because, in my opinion, like, they'll never be that. So it's like they don't get it.
You know what also I'm not liking on YouTube? The hating of the big boobs. I have big boobs. If I want to wear a shirt that shows my boobs, it shouldn't be like this federal issue.
Yeah, it's terrible. You know, when I made my first video, my one and only video on Chosen One on October 1st, 2019. Does anyone have this fucking date memorized by now? But anyway, there were people accusing me of trying to manipulate people with my cleavage. And I'm just thinking, what? Like, how? What? No. Absolutely, like, no. I can't even wrap my head around that. It's like you can barely see them. Like, I don't even have that much cleavage showing in that video. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm manipulating people into believing that Tom is a piece of shit with my cleavage. Like, this is just like, I can't even take that seriously. It's like, are you an inbred? Like, what are you? Like, no.
And then it's not like I have big tits. It's not like I have G's or F's. I can still go to Victoria's Secret.
Hey, you guys want to let JC Bear on the panel? Michigan Made, can you drop the link? I just invited him.
I mean,
is that the real one?
Bobby, Joe just said he's not going to happen tonight. He's watching college hoops, and he wrote something nasty too. Hold on, he wrote.
Ooh, what did he say?
He said, "Tell her she can interrogate after she gets baptized with her first white cock."
You're so, what do you mean when my first of all, I won't be getting baptized? And I mean, no, that I still have, like, no, it's not going well.
Oh my God, Bobby, I just remember something else. The cheapness. My ex, I was only allowed to take a shower every 3 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, using water, like, no, don't waste water, obviously. Same with electricity, like, lights have to always be off. If I leave a single light on, even for 5 minutes, I'm going to fucking hear about it. Okay. I just got that off my chest.
Well, then, Terry, tell him I'll get my first white cock after he comes up. And he can pause his game because he can low-key sports on everything, ESPN and everything. Like, he can pause his game for 10 minutes. I only need 10 minutes to drill him. Okay, non-sexually.
She will.
Hands rip in the last live. I don't mean to put you on the spot like that.
Wait, what did you say?
Either Terry massive ass or his pants ripped.
What's up,
JC Bear?
Hi, JC Bear. We're trying to get $10 Tommy up because you know I've been wanting to drill him.
Now I've met Michigan Made. We all know Secular. You and I have had a blast chatting, Bobby, but I don't know the lady in the middle.
JC Bear, meet Laura V. Laura V. JC Bear.
Oh my God, I've chatted Laura Veneditti.
Yes.
Oh, hey, yeah, I bear hugged you, but I've never actually chatted with you.
JC is Italian as well.
But my dad's family comes from Abruzzi. Abruzzes.
Trying to stay warm, JC. It's getting cold up here.
So, Sec, did you write it down?
Wait, did I hear my name? No. I walked away for 5 minutes.
Yeah, JC Bear was saying hello to you.
Oh, hi.
No, we've never actually.
We've never actually. I'm Don Vito. Did you know that?
Laura V. JC Bear.
No, I'm saying I used to go into Bobbles, but because of someone that I'm trying not to talk about, I went on a different account. I didn't use mine. I used Don Vito.
Oh, you're Don Vito.
You were Don Vito.
Oh, well, I've bear hugged you both, but I've never actually chatted to you live.
Really? I've always wanted to text with Don Vito on YouTube. Good thing I didn't.
I thought that.
Oh, I would
thought
have
that
done
was
a
you were
really
glad.
good job.
I so did
Don
because
Vito.
I'm trying to get a lot of people to. I need to find another victim because the men are so
Another
scared to do it.
Oh my god.
Another
You
victim.
can grill me, man. Like I'm an open book. I've been asked so many fucked up questions my whole life that it's like it's nothing even phases me. Yeah, and
Okay, so
plus
do you
even
spit or swallow?
depends.
If you're really talented, you gargle.
It depends. Like I mean, like if I'm in love, that's gonna be different than like I don't know.
Can I be honest as a gay man here?
Absolutely.
It all depends on the taste.
Yes.
If the
Yes.
skunk is tasting sour,
This cum isn't vegan.
no, sorry. I like meat. No, but I mean like no, but in all
This
seriousness,
isn't vegan.
if a man's spunk
Yeah,
is tasting sour or off,
Ew.
I'm not gonna swallow that crap.
Ew.
I guess that goes the same with the veg. If it just
Exactly.
don't smell right, you ain't going down there.
Exactly. It's the same thing. It's just, but that's what I always tell my guy friends, my straight guy friends, a cup of pineapple juice sweetens it up.
Zach, what are you doing?
That's a truth, huh? I always heard that. rumor.
Hand,
That's true, huh?
backhand
Yeah, you
check.
Right. Look, I was
Oh dear
right
Lord.
there. Look,
Well,
my
you know what?
hand
Now
was
that we're
hooked up.
talking,
Secular,
Jeez.
you get yourself into trouble with all the ladies. All
so
the
do you
ladies.
like a dick with a
That's a
curve? That's the
Sharp
next
dressed
question.
man.
Are you asking me?
Oh, I'm asking everybody who likes dick.
Oh.
Probably. I feel like it probably is more shaped like that because that's how it's like shaped in me.
Well, it all depends on the angle of the curve from the base up
Yeah,
to the
that's another
shaft.
thing too. Like what position are you doing? Because like if someone has a huge ass dick and it's curved a certain way, I'm not gonna try to ride that. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you
Well,
get scared of the dick.
Yeah, but the thing is, you do reverse cowgirl. No, depending on what it
I'm
is.
5 feet
Go
tall.
ahead, JC.
No,
I'm
but I
listening.
mean, if you do like reverse cowgirl, that can probably be better, especially depending on the curvature, because you get to control how much you take in.
Yeah, that's what
That
I was
is
trying
true.
to say.
I like the diversity here. This is interesting.
But then, okay, next question.
Ooh, it's question time with the Bobby. Question time with
Well,
the Bobby.
I'm just
I so
curious,
need a good laugh. I'm studying for my
Yeah.
final this weekend,
The
and I'm taking a
Bobby is
break,
What
and
did
you
I
guys were
say?
on.
a legend.
This is what I want to know, right? Because I was, you know how I like to go and see what's up and what's new. So I was looking at the gay porn, right?
Oh no. What are
And
you bringing up now, Bobby?
So this
I
guy,
can
he
watch
was.
sex porn.
Oh, I can watch anything, honey. I've gotten into. I feel like porn is like weed.
Wait.
Like once you watch enough of it, your tolerance for nasty goes up.
One time, I think I was in like 9th grade. I had just started high school, and I was just flipping through channels. My dad worked for Comcast, so we had every channel. And I see a show called Queer as Folk, and it's like these two dudes just going at it, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, because usually my dad would have everything locked. I don't know. Like, but sometimes it would glitch. So I've been watching porn since I was about 7.
Shameless had some pretty graphic gay sex scenes in Shameless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
did you see the American version or the Brit version of Queer
The
as Folk?
American
Oh.
version.
Oh no,
When
you
I
got to
used to-
watch the Brit.
right.
The American version was so tailored down. You got to watch the Brit version.
They
When I
were
used to-
both
I will
nice.
do that.
When I used to
But
go to
anyway,
when I used to go to those peep show booths, I'd be flicking through the channels, and sometimes I'd catch snippets because the gay would be mixed in with
What
the straight.
the fuck? I'm having problems. Fuck you.
Like the snippets, bruh?
yeah, I was
Little-
enjoying it.
little change up, little snippet change. Oh, that would be the worst.
Tacky.
What? I'd be
Why am I
flipping
hearing
through
that?
the. Oh, hold on. I think I got it.
But yeah, like so JC Bear, so I like to peruse. And what I've noticed is what is the fascination with getting a guy who seems straight? Like, is that a thing?
Oh, it's one of the fantasies of converting, but you know that there's no in those things. There's no really straight guys.
I one time I watched it. That's why I stopped watching it, and I knew somebody that was in it. I was like, oh my God.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it.
What? Santa's dead. Oh no.
They're just not inflated.
But what's the new thing, JC Bear? I know you like getting it in, so let us know. What's the new things people are doing?
Let's see. There's been an uptake on like tranny porn, like with gay porn actors. That's been coming up.
Wait. Can I ask a question really quick before I forget? Because I'm smoking.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, JC Bear, this is a question for you too. This is a question for pretty much everyone in here. We should do like a live stream, not like where it's gonna, mix with JC Bear's schedule. We should do like sex streaming, talking Sunday or something, some shit. I don't know. It's just a thought that crossed my high mind.
You mean sex talk with the panel?
Yeah, I mean,
like once a week.
It'd have to be on either Laura Blavi's channel because you two lead all the action, so it only would be fair for that.
No, we do it on yours. I want to. You know what I want to know?
I can't really post anything to mine. I get harassed so badly that they mass flag my shit, and it'll be taken
if y'all insist,
down.
You may use this channel to have sex talk Sundays.
You guys don't understand, like half the shit that you guys post on your channels, if I were to do on mine, they would have been taken down because of someone that will remain anonymous.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So JC Bear, let's talk about this because I want to know everything. You've been with all the men. So
well, it all depends on okay. You can have your generic sexual encounters.
Mm-hmm.
You have your cosplay. You have something a little more kinkier side when you're getting into the more bondage and dominance, the S&M side, the paddling, there's spanking, there's other more esoteric ones that I'm not really into, like water sports, scat, and blood play. I don't do that. I do not do that. I don't do those three. I'm not into that. It really doesn't.
Check, do you do it?
Huh?
Do you do it?
Do what?
Pay attention.
I just said yeah.
Hand check, sec hand check.
But no. But I mean, you asked me a question. I'm just telling you there
I
are
meant
a whole bunch of different things.
I meant you're the only one here, I think, that's been with all the races.
You're a good sport, Terry. You really are.
Well, yeah. I mean, like there's Asian men that I've been attracted to. There's Middle Eastern men, black men.
Don't go.
But you know what? My friend, my black friends are really hard on me when I'm attracted to a black man.
Why?
They're like,
they're really hard on you.
Yeah, they're like, no. We have to go and interview him first, and I'm like, but I like him, and they're like, no, and I'm like, guys, why are you cock blocking me?
Because people
anyone use the app where you could just pull it up on your phone and show that you're clean? Like you basically get checked every single month, and it's like an app on your phone that has your results.
No.
I've never heard of that, but
it's probably a sex worker thing.
Well, no, I mean they should actually have that for people as well. But I mean,
I agree. That's why I was asking, because I actually just realized I never asked anyone that wasn't on this end.
But this is where straight dating apps and gay dating apps differ. In our profiles, there used to be a category where you said whether you're HIV, pos, or neg. And normally it's a very common thing to talk about in gay dating app profiles. So you know who you're dating when you're getting together. And it all stemmed out of the 80s and 90s and so forth. So that's a very common thing in gay dating apps to say, yeah, I'm neg, or yeah, I'm neg as of this, or I'm non-detectable as of this date, or I'm paused. So, and nowadays a lot of things is I'm on PrEP or Truvada.
You know what, JC Bear? I've heard this. So I have a I call him bisexual by default, but he doesn't believe it. So he's a man, right? He says he's a straight man, but he goes on Grindr to find trans woman with pre-op trans woman.
Okay. There is an attraction
I've tagged
term
him in
for
the tags
that.
before if anyone cares.
There is a sexual orientation for men who are sexually attracted to trans women, and it's not straight. But a lot of straight men will lump it together as straight because from the top half, they're representing their feminine side, even though they haven't gotten the operation for the bottom half.
No, but he doesn't like trans women that are post-op.
I had a
He likes
husband cheat on me with the trans. Like, really? 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 That still makes me want to fucking die sometimes.
Oh.
Well, this is the thing. There's a lot of people that don't accept
Well,
who they
let me
are.
clarify. I'm sorry, let me clarify. He actually was meeting up with men on Craigslist, and he was actually doing sexual favors, but he was doing it for drugs, not money. Like, that's how bad his drug addiction was. And yeah, that didn't last long. Once I started seeing, like, I would see texts because he kept his phone locked, but like the way his phone was, like, he'd be passed out drunk and like his phone's blown up. So finally, like, I answer and like they either hang up or it's like some dude like I'm not gonna say his real name, but let's say his name was Peter. Like Peter? I'm just like my heart is just racing in my chest. I'm just like, and then I'd be like, hey man, like so I'm doing like, what's going on? You know, like oh man.
see,
But I would just not say anything and I would text back and be like, oh sorry, bad reception. And then that's when it's like, are we still meeting up? And you know, my heart's just fucking pounding and you know, I'm like shaking and I'm just like, where tonight again? You know, like just trying to keep it going. And just basically, long story short, like he was texting like this, like a flight attendant, and he was like, I'm at LAX right now and my next flight is in 2 hours if you want to meet up really quick. And I'm just like oh my god, like that's when I was like, I can't do this. I understand divorce is a sin. I was raised hardcore Catholic, but like this is a sin too. I don't know how to see this. Like we have kids. Like I can't do this. Like and he's putting me at risk too. Like thank God I stopped fucking him towards the end because it's like that's even more fucked up that you are going out doing whatever and then bringing that home and you expect to put your dick in me. I don't think so.
But here's the thing, and this is what I have to ask someone, a male who is an active addict that does engage in sexual activities. Is the addiction stronger than maybe something that was always in their personality or sexual orientation to do that?
I really don't know because whenever he was sober, none of that shit went on. And I don't know. I really don't know. Like sometimes I wondered if it's just all part of him being fucked up in the head, or maybe in his head he sees like men have more money than women because of the way we were raised. It usually was like the dad has more money, the dad's the breadwinner type of thing. Where like he was actually raised with me. We went to the same Catholic school our whole lives. We knew each other since kindergarten, and you know, like we had a very intense upbringing, like having to remain that poised and just like you had to sit a certain way. If you're slouching, they're going to say something, you know, like if you don't have a pleasant expression on your face, you know, one of the nuns or the teachers is going to say something. It's just the way it is. You have to raise your hand to like even get a Kleenex, let alone don't you dare think about going to the bathroom anytime soon. Like, no, potty break isn't yet. Sit the fuck down.
Laura,
you know, every day.
I went to a Catholic high school. We were not allowed to remove our jackets unless we were given permission.
Oh my God, JC Bear. I went to a public high school and that was the first time I'd ever gone to a public school. I remember thinking like, oh my God, they're like animals because they're like eating Doritos in class. Like they got headphones on, they're on their like little flip phones and shit. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like I thought it was crazy because of how brainwashed I'd been from, you sit a certain way, you're sitting up straight with your little smile and your hands folded on your desk.
And
So I'm
you
just looking like, oh my
stood
God.
when another teacher entered the room, and you had to ask permission for
To get a
everything. Yep.
Kleenex. Yeah, I got made fun of. Like one of my first days in ninth grade, it was in environmental science. I remember the dude comes in, I forget the teacher's name. I remember he was a bald dude, and he comes in and he sits down, and I raise my hand, and because you would get written up if you were to just get out of your seat, even to get a Kleenex. Like my first grade teacher had a saying: if you go up to her desk while she's grading papers, she looks at you and she goes, "Dead, dying, bleeding, peeing, or vomiting." And then if it's not any of those, you're like, okay, my bad. You go back to your seat. I'm 6 years old, like going up to my teacher. I just remember dead, dying, bleeding, peeing, or vomiting. And I'm like, okay, fuck, none of those. So I guess I'll just go back to whatever the fuck I was doing, algebra in first grade or whatever we're working on here. So anyway, but did you line up like boys and girls too?
Oh, separate gym classes, the whole thing.
And like
Yep.
the girls wore the plaid, the boys wore the khakis, or like where I went, their pants were like blue slacks, and then they had the white dress shirt. For us girls, we wore a jumper through 5th grade, and then 6th through 8th it changed so that it's just the skirt with the blouse.
Yes, my sister can tell you stories about having to wear a kilt in -20-degree weather.
Oh yeah, those were great times. Fucking great times. I remember those too. I remember my dad like had this one car, it was like leather seats. So in the winter, it's like you're sitting on fucking ice, and then like and then like in the summer your thighs stick to it. And I just remember thinking like, why do people enjoy sitting on this? Why? And then that even traumatized me with like leather couches. I know everybody's like, Laura, you're crazy for not liking leather couches or sofas, but anything leather, vinyl, I don't want to sit on it. I don't want my skin sticking to it. I don't want it to feel like it's 20 degrees, like and I don't want to have to sit down without worrying about being like my nipples are hard and shit. Like, what the fuck? No, that's not my thing. I like a good comfy seat.
Oh my God. And if you forgot to swipe your kilt under and it folded up, and you're basically flashing everybody on the way home. Yes, that happened to my sister.
I'll never forget. They would have us all kneel down. All the girls would have to kneel in a row. And if your dress or if your skirt wasn't touching the floor, then it's too short. Yep. So I remember all the slutty girls, like they would unroll them. And then as soon as we're done, we stand back up, you'd see them rolling them again.
I was amazed at all the Catholic high school girls that my sister knew, that by the time they got from school to where we all met at the bus loop, full makeup and skirts about mid-thigh. And then by the time the prefix all came out to monitor what was going on,
we weren't allowed to wear makeup. Oh my God, no way. We weren't allowed to dye our hair or anything.
No, not in class, but they were able to put on a full face of makeup in 10 minutes, walking from wherever the school was to wherever they were meeting us.
Oh, wow. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one time I got in trouble because a teacher thought that I was wearing lipstick, but I was actually wearing medicated chapstick, and my lips looked redder because they were chapped. And I got fucking written up for that. So my parents had to call the school and like prove like, no, my daughter really has chapped lips. She wasn't wearing fucking lipstick. She's like 9.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh God, we could do a whole show about Catholic education and the rules that no longer apply.
Yep.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Casey Bear, I think
yes.
I think everybody has the ability to have sex with the same sex. I think that some men, it's different because I feel like a lot of people are bisexual. They just don't want to claim it. And if given the right situation, they would do it.
You see, this is where I think, everybody is curious at one point in their lives, and they experiment, and that's where they kind of figure out whether or not it's really for them. Because from in only my opinion, men and women have different scents, men and women have different tastes. like when you're physically involved with them, and
What,
that will
like we're
either attract.
scientifically drawn to certain pheromones.
It could be that, could be pheromones, but also because I'm not a gold star gay, I have been with women in my younger days. Women smell different, women taste different than
Yeah, that's
than a
part
man
of their
does.
pheromone. I'm
Oh,
sorry, I'm
okay.
high. I'll shut up.
No problem. So, and that's part of the attraction now for men who are ideally totally straight. Another man's sense isn't going to excite them or entice them in any which way or form. And it's the same thing for someone who's completely a lesbian. But it all depends on who you are and whether you accept yourself. And I think that's part of the problem with a lot of people, is that they haven't learned to truly accept themselves and be comfortable with it.
True.
When it comes to like sexuality. And
Exactly.
yeah, that's how come when you ask me questions and I answer them, it's like, yeah, this is for me, and we have a hoot.
No, we do have a hoot because you know me. You know how I enjoy a woman spending time and money on me, but I'm not gonna lick her vagina and put on a strap on. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but it just don't get me. But now, say I went to prison,
here's the difference.
maybe after a few years, that'll look a little better.
Yeah, but you see, here's the difference, Ablavi. You say that up front.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, to be honest, that's kind of like a challenge for some people.
It is.
I'm just telling you, it's an attractive challenge. Like, oh, you don't think that you would, but baby, I got the game that will tempt you to try it.
You know what? I found my yearbook the other day, and I had on my yearbook. It was from this girl.
Fall asleep again.
Who fell asleep?
Michigan
I'm
Made.
here.
I'm double
I'm,
checking.
I'm just listening.
We're just
So when I
listening
was-
to you girls talk.
So
Do you
I was
remember when you fell
in.
asleep?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I fell asleep one live
Fell
when I
asleep.
took way too many Xanax, but that was a long time ago, like almost
Yeah,
a year
Okay, I
ago.
was just making
Great.
sure. I was just making sure.
Yeah, I'm just laying here listening, enjoying.
Sec, I want to let you know my boobs look great today. But anyways,
Hand check.
Show me. Turn the camera on. Put the camera on your boobs.
Ah,
Just for a second.
really?
Yes.
Guilty.
No.
Just the cleavage. Just show the cleavage.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me see if it looks. I got to see it on your end if it looks good, because sometimes it doesn't look good on your end. Okay. Ready?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
since there's 5 of us.
Bam!
Yeah.
Look at him.
Oh, you're wearing the
Well,
French
you-
lingerie.
Nice.
You're wearing the French
Yeah, this is.
lingerie,
I got this
Ablavi.
from France.
I
Yep.
would motorboat them.
I know.
Secular's running to the
Nice.
bathroom.
I know the cut. Yeah, very nice.
Isn't
Little
it? And it's
sweetheart.
like good coverage. Like I was a little bit worried because
Well,
giving them
it's
up there.
nicely covered because it hides the nipples, but gives full access to the cleavage.
That lingerie compliments them very much. Was that
But
lingerie you were
Is
wearing?
it comfy?
It is. It's very cute. It has like a
Okay.
little line in it.
Straight guys in the room, okay? If you're gonna buy lingerie for your woman, always make sure comfort level is good, because she will wear it more if it's comfortable.
Nice.
And it holds them up. Like, you have to, like, when you have big boobs, you can't, like, don't get big boob girls bralettes and shit that doesn't have coverage.
Nice. Very nice.
So you liked it, Zach?
I liked it. I would like to
Okay.
see the nipples too, but
Come on.
you got big nipples, I know.
You
No,
got it
I
in
don't.
the-
Yeah, I have really big nipples. My nipples are like pepperonis. They're not like the Italian ones. Like
I can see
legit
that.
pepperoni.
Nice. I'm rubbing my
Like
nipples
salami?
right now.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Lordy.
Yeah, I have big ones. I have like big
You have
tits
to
and
lift
big.
up your shirt.
Huh?
That was cheating.
I'm not a
You have to,
piece of
like, look
meat.
at
I'm not a
your-
sex
you're
object.
dude, you don't have tits. Like,
Oh,
what the
please, Zach, you love being a sex object. If I was if you wanted to be snuggling and cuddling with me, you know you would be shirtless.
I got
But
to
you,
get a wax job.
you
Yeah,
do.
that's it.
Oh, that wasn't even a flash. You could
Hold
even get
on.
arrested on that.
Hold on. Let me suck in the stomach. Bam. There you go. That's it. That's all you're
But you
getting.
see how like non-titty showing that is? If I went and did a live, oh, I would have, I don't even know these people that hate, and they will get my video flagged. Like if I go on my channel and just wear that and do a live, they will flag my channel for that. I don't know why.
No, you're not alone. You're not alone. Mine will instantly be taken down.
But even if you flag it as 18 and over,
You know what I've noticed lately? Oblavian, Laura, everybody on the panel. I've noticed in public places, women are going braless a lot in the summertime. Around here where I live, I've noticed that quite a bit. They're obviously not wearing a bra. And sometimes you can see their nipples through their shirt. We were heading in that direction back in the 70s. Women were wearing the shorts with their butt cheeks hanging out. And you go to the beaches, and then there was kind of like a cultural backlash against it in the early 80s. But I noticed that a lot of women are going braless.
well, in Toronto, women can go completely topless in the summer if they want.
Yeah, I heard that. Windsor, too. We're going to desexualize breasts eventually.
That's the theory. But they don't realize that a man's pecs is also very sexual to people.
Okay, so I was
Okay.
Yeah, it is very sexual. But like JC Brad, I had on my high school yearbook this one girl who said, I always wanted to fuck you. And that's why I used to annoy you in high school in French class. Hopefully at our high school reunion we can fuck. I was like, what?
Oh my God.
I didn't even know this girl was a
Girlfriends in
lesbian.
high school. I had actually fucked more girls. By the time I lost my virginity to a dude, I had been with more girls. Well, obviously, sorry.
Really?
Well, no, I think girls are far more adventurous in their teens with each other than men are.
Not as many as you would think, because if that were the case, then like all my girlfriends would have been like that. I had a lot of friends growing up, but it was only, I would say, maybe one per dozen that I would have some type of experiment with, like scissoring, but with clothes on when we were little type of shit. Like it would kind of confuse me, to be honest, because like I had experiences with different girls when I was younger, and it would actually mean something to me. Like I would actually start like falling in love sometimes, and so that's when I started thinking like, damn, maybe I really am a dyke, because at that point that's what everyone was calling me, and or like lesbian Laura, shit like that, because I always was like more tomboyish, like when I was a toddler, when I was a little kid, I watched Inspector Gadget, Ninja Turtles, shit like that. I couldn't relate to any of the broads that watched shit like Prince of Bel-Air or whatever the fuck shit that they would watch. I didn't know what strawberry shortcake was until I had kids. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like I don't know. I was just different. Like I had Barbies, but I made them fuck. I also had my G.I. Joes. I had my creepy crawlers. I had, like I liked playing in the mud. I liked getting dirty. I liked, roughhousing and shit like that. And
Maybe you just had
I
some
don't know, but then at the same time, when it was time to perform, like if I'm doing a tap, performance, ballet, whatever it is, I'm going to be the most pristine little fucking bitch you ever seen. But like, yeah, but naturally, like I used to fucking play with bugs. Now I have a heart attack just from seeing one.
Yeah, but
That's
Laura,
interesting about you.
but Laura, growing up, did you actually enjoy doing all of the performance activities that you did, like piano and ballet and
Oh shit.
or so forth?
Yes,
or was it
because
like a second job?
Hey,
I mean,
SG.
it was definitely another job on top of like school and everything else. And plus, I had to babysit my little sisters, which eventually, that became like my thing too. And plus, I had a never-ending chores. I used to joke around that I was Cinderella. I used to joke around and be like, pretty sure I was adopted to be a fucking slave, but it's cool. But yeah, it definitely was another job. But I did like the applause would be worth it. The flowers would be worth it because I would feel worthy. I would feel like like because I struggled with like suicidal thoughts, and since I was like probably like a toddler, like very dark thoughts. I was depressed since I can remember, and I was just always hurt. So like I felt like, oh, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm making people happy. Does that make sense?
True. So, but I mean, when you were doing that, you were always, I'm just saying that from the way you described it, you were always on display, but in a very feminine type of, like the outfits, the makeup, the whole thing. So when you could actually
Yeah,
relax
yeah.
and be yourself, that's when it's like, okay, I don't have to do my hair. I don't have to wear all this stuff. I can just be myself and relax.
Exactly.
So
Even
that was,
getting
yeah.
ready for school every single day. Like I would have to sit on the bathroom floor and like sit very still so my mom could either do pigtails or should do a high ponytail or something. Should do my hair different every day. Should keep up with it, which I actually appreciate that of her because although like she's like a natural blonde, she's like Polish. So my hair is not easy to deal with. Like my hair is closer to like a black female than a white female. Like if you see a blonde, my hair is not like that at all. Like my hair is it's more difficult to control. So I actually give prop to my adoptive mom for always taking care of my hair. That's one thing that I'll give her mad props for because it's not easy. But at the same time, like if I even move my head a tiny bit, smack, like sit still, like we don't have time, and then getting ready for mass every Sunday, it was the whole thing. And then plus I was an altar server. And it got to a point where I just felt like I was doing too much, but my parents were still making me feel like I wasn't doing enough.
Yeah,
And
I was
then
an
like
altar
I would
server
also
too. I can relate.
and then on top of that, I would also be making money any way that I could since I could remember because I had this really weird lady in my neighborhood. Like a neighbor used to tell me that like social services were going to take me back, like away from the parents that I was with because they were bad people. And so sometimes I didn't know if that was really going to happen or not. And so, I started out with your basic lemonade stands when I was, in kindergarten, first grade. And then I would go up to the sports store, like down the street. I would walk all the way up to fucking 10 Mile. Sorry, I swear. I'm trash. I would walk all the way to 10 Mile and I would go to this one sports store and I would buy Pogs, if anyone remembers what those are, and Slammers that were like on clearance or sports
Okay,
cars
okay,
that were
wait, wait, wait,
clearanced
wait, wait,
out.
wait,
So
wait.
then
Stop. Slow down. Why, just because you swore, why did you say I'm trash? Why?
I don't know.
Why would you say
I
that?
don't know.
We all
Because I
swear,
swear a
darling.
lot.
We all swear.
A lot.
We all do.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we all do.
My
So
bad.
don't say you're trash just because you said the F word. Phew. Come on
All
now.
right. I'm
All right.
trying.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Okay.
Laura. If I liked vagina, I would so be into yours.
Smart people swear.
Thank you. But so anyway, I would buy this shit clearanced out and then I would sell it to the boys on my street for like a little bit more, if that makes sense. And then I don't know, like I would have these little quote unquote garage sales, even though, technically you need a permit to have like a legit one, but I would just, like tell your friend type of thing. And I would just sell my stuff. And like I was always finding ways to make money on my own since I can remember. On top of everything else, like school, extracurricular activities, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, so
I'm not
here's
relatable.
the thing. You have no, but here's the thing. You don't recognize some of your strengths. You have that much energy to be entrepreneurial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I try.
don't set up roadblocks ahead of you not to do what you think is going to be best, whether it's another
No,
choice
here's
in
the thing.
careers. If you have that type of thing, right?
I am sick though. Like it's a depressing reality that I don't like to talk about. But like, yeah, anyone's day could be their last. But for me, it could really be any day. I was technically given 5 years in 2015. So just to make a long story short, I feel like I have to like think differently and just like live a little bit differently. Kind of like there's certain things I got to do. Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question?
No, I'm just saying that, you have, even from a young age, you have all this energy to be entrepreneurial.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
like
a
when I'm not.
strength. So,
Yeah, but then, there's the moments where it's like, if my vision goes, I can't really be of much use, or, sometimes like I black out, I have blackouts, and then it's like I can't get anything done during those. I have like a form of pancreatitis. So if I don't take my dicyclamine on time, I'm going to be keeled over in too much pain to even like do anything, let alone, just get to my medicine. And so like, yeah, I do have the energy, but I do also have issues I don't like to talk about because I don't like them defining me, and I don't want them to hold me back. That's why it's like, I feel like I'm fighting every day. As long as I take my medicine, all my medications on time, I won't have a seizure. I'm not going to pass out, this or that. But yeah, yeah. The end.
no, I meant it as a compliment, sincerely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm bad at taking compliments. I sound so fucking fake. Like, thank you. Like, I'm
No,
horrible
take
at
them.
taking compliments.
Oh, you should love them. They're fabulous. Like when somebody says, "Oh, you're so pretty," I'm like, I know.
Well,
I'm
no,
opposite.
that
I'm
Bobby.
used to like women tearing me to shreds. Like most women like are ruthless to me for no reason, and it's just like how the stream even started. It's just like the group of, at this point I call them the fucking haggy heifers, but there's about 5 women that it's been over 2 years now, and they all day, every day of their lives they spend trying to bring me down. Like they even admit, like they report my Poshmark, they report my eBay, they report all my adult sites, they report all my shit, everything I do. If I were to post a video, like what I have to do is, if I want to make a video public, it has to be private for at least a year so that they can't have it taken down as easily. Otherwise, if I post a video or go live, then it'll be flagged multiple times for sexual content and removed. So like I can't even really do as much as most people,
I
because
think for
like that's how many.
2022, you should just let it go. Like you should just be like as sexual as you want. Like they're always going to be your fans because they are fans. They're giving you a few times.
In fact, you know what, Ablavi? I stepped up my game because the more these women went at me, then I started changing my avatar to like sluttier pictures. And it's like, oh, maybe I'm not naked enough in that one. Like I started being like, fuck these fucking hags. Like, no, I'm not going to let them dictate my life. I'm not going to let them do this to me. So then I would, post pictures of me practically fucking naked. Like, yeah, there you go. You like that one, you stupid fucking bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
I know,
but
a naked female body is just incredible.
So yeah.
So Laura,
I can appreciate the aesthetics of a naked woman.
Like a naked man is great too, but like a penis always has to be stuck, or you can't just be hard up and going out like that unless you're going to get something going. But a woman can just be free.
Right.
Well, I can appreciate a naked man's body more, but I can admire the aesthetics of a naked woman.
What if the penis is shriveled up because it's wet? Because he just got out of the shower.
Listen, Sec, we don't want to see your penis. Thank you.
I understand. As another male, I understand where it comes from. Remember, I live north of the border, and you're in Detroit too, so you know about the cold. Both of you men. Yeah. So
the shrinkage. There's a shrinkage thing. Laura, I wanted to ask you.
Pool.
Laura,
I love you too, Sec.
I love all you guys, but listen, Laura, you've had a bitter rivalry with someone. Do you think that'll ever be patched up? Or you'll ever be able to make peace?
I have to forgive her for my own sanity, and I have to move forward. for my own sanity. You know, kind of like, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they have done. And
Did you two
a
almost ever
wise
meet
woman
up?
once taught me that, you know, I'd rather live on my feet than die on my knees. And that's basically how I kind of have maneuvered it.
But you started out as friends, right?
No, she started out as a stalker. I had no idea who was behind all the harassment. I had no idea who she was. I didn't know she existed.
Boy. Yeah, it's
It
pretty
was to the
intense.
point that I was like really close to thinking, you know what, I should just end my life. You know, my
No.
kids will be better off. And like I got to a point where, like, because when you're being told all day every day, like, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself, it gets to a point that, you know, like, I already struggle with a lot. I have a lot of illnesses, and you know, I work out, I have a punching bag, I beat the fuck out of things and everything, but I'm still scared of what I would do if one of these women that have harassed me for the past like over 2 years were in front of me, because I would fucking kill them. And it's not because of what they've done to me, but the fact that my children were doxxed. My deceased sister's name started being posted everywhere. Just basically the same patterns that fucking continue and make me sick, physically sick.
Yeah, I
Well, a
don't get
certain
that.
someone always stays so calm. Why are you yelling? Oh my gosh, why are you upset? Calm down. Oh my gosh, you're overreacting.
Well, as one of the persons in another country, I ain't gonna mention her name.
I don't like Ali, but that's not who I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it
Yes.
gets to a
You know what
point
she's
that,
talking about.
listen, a smart person learns from their mistakes. A wise person learns from another person's mistakes. If you're going to be complicit and you're going to purposely be ignorant and you're going to ignore what's been done to several other people, then you deserve what's coming. You deserve what's coming your way, especially if you're going to defend the person that has done horrible things to you, to a person that has been nothing but nice to you. If you're going to defend and stick up for someone that has done nothing but the most evil things you could imagine, and you don't even believe that it's that person, and that's how, sorry, but it's like nobody listens until it's too late anyway. That's the story of my life. Yeah,
Well, if you
the Laura show, that's the Laura show. The story of my life is trying to tell everyone something, and no one listens until it's too late. Look at how long it took for people to finally believe me about fucking Tom Reed. I had people telling me that I need to kill myself for harassing a saint on a daily basis.
Yeah, that is.
Nobody knows what I have gone through, the fucking battles I have gone through since 2019.
If you met her, the main one,
God,
in person, would you two, like, if you ran into each other at a convention, or if we all had a meetup, what would
Now
happen?
you know, Zach, you need to stop. I know this gets your dick real hard.
There would be multiple executions.
I made it 3.5 hours with nothing drama-ish.
Okay, I wasn't trying to. I was just curious about what.
No, you weren't.
But
You
that
just
goes for any pedophile. That goes for any pedophile. And Debbie, you know what? I think it was a good idea. You should put that video back up, because it does go to show that peds really do stick together. And it's fucking disgusting, because you hurt a child, you molest a child, you scream at a child, you ruin a child in any way, shape, or form. You don't even know the damage that you have done, and you deserve to die. And that goes to anyone who's ever abused a child in any way, shape, or form. I don't care what anyone thinks about me.
Well,
if you
Sky.
hurt a child, you better stay the fuck away from me, because I will kill you.
You know, I've seen somebody in this community. I found somebody in this community. It's a male. Is this person straight or gay? That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know who we're talking about, so I can't comment.
Okay, let me put it in the private chat, because there's this person who all of
Hey,
a
Indian
sudden
Joe.
is coming in my chat, and I'm like, well, not in my chat, but
snooping around.
Engine
Not
jealousy.
that.
But you see,
He
Laura,
just he just keeps coming in, and I don't know who he is.
now, Laura, you see, I'm very aware of that because I snapped at my nieces and I turned around and I apologized for snapping and I gave them a different excuse, but I apologized to them for snapping and I told them that I shouldn't have done that, but I was under pressure from work. So so I made sure they understood that it wasn't really about them because everybody has different pressures and sometimes I'm not sure, Blavi. I'm leaning towards the yes, but I'm not sure.
Okay, because you saw him in the chat, right? He keeps coming up and he keeps coming in my recommended. I don't know why. And this person seems very sexually questionable. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering myself, but I have no factual basis. It's just like a gut feeling.
Yeah, that's this person is, and this person seems like a shit starter too.
Hey, Blobby, have you seen Mr. Rourke's channel?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? He puts our faces on all those movies and those.
Yeah.
I can't believe 3.5 hours. This time flies.
Really? Have you
Well,
been jerking off?
I needed a break from
No.
studying, and I've seen you all.
Yeah, I'm
Why
getting tired.
not?
I got to be up at 3:30 a.m. I don't no jerking off tonight.
Why not? Laura's
Why?
right there. She can help you out.
I just enjoyed your guys' intellectual conversating and on my channel.
Do you
I
want
think
to
all
jerk
of
off?
you.
No Nut
You guys are
November
fun.
is over.
Exactly. So you can get your nut on now.
I'm good.
I like doing
know,
that cam to cam. I like being watched.
But thanks for coming by, JC Bear. You're welcome anytime, bud.
But you know what? Who you always remind me of, Michigan Made?
What's up? Who's that?
You remind me of at a family gathering, you would be that mischievous nephew that is saying, I'm just going out for a little while, and I know you're going out to have fun, and I'm stuck at the adults table and can't join you, but I know that you're going out to get into a whole bunch of fun.
I'll take that compliment, bud.
Oh, yeah. That's how I always view you. It's like, yeah, you're that mischievous nephew that's like, see ya, I'll be back in a couple hours. It's like, take me with you. I know you're going to have a better time than me.
Yeah, I would say you're a good man.
I'm not talking about you, Injunction Joe. Oh, you sound tired. I'm surprised you aren't going to sleep and having wet dreams
I'm
about
about to
Laura.
hang this up in a second. I just was letting you all get your words in. You're
All right. Well,
made
JC
my
Bear,
evening.
I'll be having wet dreams, maybe about Laura tonight. Who knows?
Oh,
well, it's been fun. Everybody have a gay night.
A gay night?
thank you, everyone. I enjoyed
I'm the
this.
only-
It was
I'm the
great.
only gay on the panel.
You're a good
So bad.
man, JC. This was probably my best live ever.
Yeah, but let me know if you want to have a sex talk.
Well, if you want to do that on Sundays, I'm open to it always. We'll talk about it.
No, that's
But
fair.
I enjoy having you on my channel. Everyone here, this was a good little night.
Night.
Night. Everybody have a
Session.
great time.
All right, y'all
Good
have a
night,
good
everyone.
one.
Bye.
Love you all, YouTube friends.
Besties, True Dat 100. We are